camera pans, the camera's black, and all of a sudden you see the camera fade in. And it's going across the sky in a huge city. The biggest metropolis you've ever seen. And it kind of goes in through this ornately, richly carved building, and we're seeing the camera pan like from a high ceiling camera along a hallway. A brooding silence blanketed the opulent stone halls of the Absalom Mint, broken only by the clipped, echoing footsteps of Captain Florian Gale. His ceremonial armor, blue lacquered steel adorned with silver filigree and the sigil of the Precious Guard, rang softly with each step. The corridors were colder than usual, the servants scarce, the clerks stealing furtive glances at each other in lieu of hushed tones. A sense of unease hung thick in the air as a lingering miasma. Gale ascended the gilded stairs toward the Exchequer Solar, where Lord Kirkus of House Damak waited like a coiled serpent. The heavy double doors opened before him, and the smell of imported Chelish incense clung to the velvet drapes and mahogany paneling. Lord Kirkus stood with his back to Gale, looking out a broad window at the sea. "Captain Gale," Kirkus began without turning. His voice was velvet stretched over iron. "Do you know how many signatures a single platinum ingot requires to leave this mint?" 6. Mine foremost among them. Gale knelt instinctively. "My lord, the last reports from Escadar confirmed the shipment left under full naval escort." "I know the reports," Kirkus snapped, turning. His face was narrow, eyes like knife points beneath a golden circlet. He was not dressed in his usual silks, but wore the half plate of his youth, House Damak's blue lion etched upon the breastplate. "Commodore Thistlebach and 3 warships, gone. Vanished in the inner sea. 6 tons of platinum, 48 of gold. A diplomatic promise to Cheliax, swallowed by the sea gods, or worse." Gale rose slowly. "I've already dispatched 3 agents along the northern trade routes, and I've enlisted the Pathfinder Society." "Not enough!" Kirkus thundered. "The Grand Council convenes in 5 days. They demand answers. They smell weakness in House Damak. And the Bank of Abadar is whispering about temporary stewardship. If we lose the mint, we lose everything." He crossed the room in swift strides, face inches from Gale's. "You are the captain of the Precious Guard. This failure falls on your shoulders." Gale held his breath. "You will find the shipment," Kirkus said, his voice low and lethal. "You will scour Galarian if you must. I care not whether it sank, was stolen, or spirited to the abyss by devils in Cheliax livery. Find it." Gale stiffened. And if I fail, sir?" Kirkus's eyes narrowed. He drew a short ceremonial blade from a nearby desk, silvered, with the Absalom Mint's sigil on the hilt. And he held it out, not to Gale, but to the flame of a nearby brazier. The metal caught the firelight with chilling clarity. "If you fail," Kirkus said coldly, "you'll wear this across your neck. One way or another, your head will buy back some measure of dignity." The silence hung thick. "I will not fail, my lord," Gale said, bowing low. "See that you don't." Then the scene fades, and we take a brief time out because Timmy had to walk out of the room.
Fill in for Tim.
Timmy!
Oh, God.
Kirkus.
So, is this chest, is that the Absalom mint signature, or what exactly?
Correct. Genius.
Nice.
And what is the relationship between the mint of Absalom and the...
This is theater time, John. It's not question time. Timmy!
You're quiet.
Yeah, you got to lean in a little bit. We hear you much better when you lean in.
Timmy!
Can you guys hear me? What's
All
up?
right, we're in the middle of the vignette. You have to listen to it.
I know, but my dog just went out. It's like Reggie.
You don't care about your personal problems, Armstrong.
Yeah.
Like, get it together.
Fuck off, DM.
I'm recording this so I can listen to it later.
Oh my God.
Hey, now, knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
All right, where we left off when Timmy left, Gale stiffened, and if I fail, Kirkus's eyes narrowed. He drew a short ceremonial blade from a nearby desk, silvered with Absalom's mint sigil on the hilt, and held it out, not to Gale, but to the flame of a nearby brazier. The metal caught the firelight with chilling clarity. If you fail, Kirkus said coldly, you'll wear this across your neck. One way or another, your head will buy back some measure of dignity. The silence hung thick. I will not fail, my lord, Gale said, bowing low. See that you don't. And then the scene shifts. Later that night, in the chambers of the Absalom Navy's Central Registry, a candle flickered over maps of the inner sea. Gale traced the last known route of the escort ships with a trembling finger. Commodore Thistlebach, the old sea hound though he was, had gone quietly. There was no debris, no distress signal, no ransom. Nothing made sense. Behind him, a cloaked figure waited in silence, an informant from the Kortos Consortium. There were whispers, the figure said, his raspy voice resonating like smoke, of sails bearing no nation's colors, ships that burned with green flame, pirates perhaps, or worse. Gale's jaw tightened. Get me a name. The shipment was gone, stolen. Florian Gale would find the bastards who took it. He would retrieve every lost coin, or he would die trying. The scene fades out.
What was his name?
Florian Gale.
Dragonfire.
Now we have question time.
Okay, so I'll repeat the question. What is the relationship between the Mint of Absalom and the Bank of Abadar?
None at all. Other than they mentioned Abadar in the sense that if the mint, if the family, Kirkus's family currently runs the mint, okay? So Lord Kirkus of House Damak and his family run the Absalomi Mint. And a rival is the Abadari in town. So in other
Well, I
words,
don't think it's related, but this chest is.
so it's
Abadari.
no.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
That's
So the Bank of Abadar
That's
is.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bank of Abadar is like Wells Fargo all over Delaria.
Okay.
Or like the old Templar banks. And in Absalom, which is the center of the world and the greatest trading port, right now, Lord Kirkus's house, House Damak, controls the mint. But what he's warning his Florian Gale, who's in charge of the guard, that the Precious Guard, and you would know that the Precious Guard is the main military force in Absalom, keeping order, specifically keeping the trade flowing without incident. And he's the captain of the Precious Guard. And Kirkus is basically saying, if we lose this huge amount of money for Absalom, the council may revoke our license and have the Bank of Abadar take over the mint.
And Absalom is New York City, right? Basically.
Yes. Yeah, New York City, London, Rome, whatever you want to.
Or Lamnos, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, great.
So, a little bit of intrigue. It sounds like, and then the scene pans back to the cave you're in, where you have just discovered a chest bearing the sigil of Abadar, the Abadari Mint, a 3 foot by 2 foot that had been housed in a crate, but it looks like the Minotaurs had destroyed the crate and thrown the wood aside. And it sits here, and I believe you did some spellcraft checks and other checks, and you determined that there was some sort of magical trap on it. And one of you thought that the trap might be triggered simply by moving it, or touching it and moving it, or attempting to disarm it, you weren't sure. And you presume that's why it had been carried in a crate. The other obvious reason is they probably, for ease of shipping and also to randomize the shipment, as it were, so people don't see treasure chests of gold and whatever might be in there. Make sense?
Yep.
So, what do you guys do?
Now, is there still cave going further in that we haven't explored and don't know what's down there?
Yes.
So I'll put it to the group, but does it make sense to like the chest? Shalalu's not still in a condition to do too much, but we could probably, if we wanted to, explore further down the cave and come back to the chest, or does that seem like a bad idea?
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm down for that.
What about Shalelu, though?
She's okay. She's up enough, I think.
She's got a bunch of dudes protecting her now.
So, you guys want to investigate the cave, and you do know from your firelight, the torchlight you have now, or the if you lit, I can't remember if you had a light spell on a coin or whatnot. It kind of projects about 30 feet in, and all you see is some gear of the Minotaurs and what looks like bedrolls, some broken wooden crates, which you presume was the crate that held this treasure chest, and some food rations, some stale bread, some beef jerky, for lack of a better term. And then you just see the cave goes into darkness at the edge of the light.
Should I send Jared down there?
Little scouting, never hurt anybody.
I'll send Jared.
Don't cost nothing.
Okay, so you send Jared down, and Jared goes about 40 or 50 feet, and all of a sudden he just kind of gives you the sense of, how does Jared communicate with you?
He can communicate feelings.
Okay.
Emotions.
So he feels confused.
Confused. Okay.
Water weird.
Firestar.
Do we want to follow him down to that point? Because it's probably like a fork or something, where it spreads off into different tunnels.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably a goddess.
Shalelu, if we explore the cave, do you feel you can sort of stay here and keep watch for us? Are you feeling up for that?
I mean, I think so. Let me just. I feel like I'm. Yes, I can do that.
Would it be better if I stayed with you and comforted you? Spent some time with you by the fire?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Durden.
Shalelu's making.
I have some Coors Banquet that I'm sure you wouldn't like to reconsider.
So.
I hear notes of bubble gum and banana bread.
Yeah. So You could stay behind and comfort her, Eridan. You know, that's not the worst idea to split the group. I support it.
Well, you don't get a 7 charisma without, breaking some eggs.
Yeah, actually, to that point, when you suggest to stay with her, give me a charisma check.
No, I won't actually say that.
Ah, boo. All right, so what are you guys doing?
If you hear anything, I just yell out. We'll be back as quickly as possible. If we're going to be going further than we think into this cave, we'll have someone run back to let you know.
Is there anybody that has a way for her to communicate with us in the cave?
I don't think so.
Maybe we leave
Like a
Jared?
message program or a message
Maybe
special?
we leave Jared. Jared could send an empathy to.
I'm just
Jared
worried
could stay.
she might be attacked with the treasure while we're
Might be
gone.
nice to have
Jared
Jared
could
with
stay.
us.
Good.
I mean, Chauncey could stay.
Chauncey
Yeah.
could stay, but I think Jared would be better because Jared has an empathic link to DTD.
What's the,
so he would know
range on that
immediately
link?
if something was up.
It's like up to a mile.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you gonna leave Jared
2,000 miles.
or Chauncey?
I don't mind leaving Chauncey.
Well,
but
I don't
Chauncey
see
would
the
have to
value
run
of
to
Chauncey.
us.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay.
Leave Jared and Chauncey.
All right, so you're leaving Jared and Chauncey.
I like leaving Jared because he'll
Either
give us
way.
that instant fear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are we worried Chauncey will eat Jared?
Yeah, Chauncey is
The
probably
only
just
thing
gonna
with
board
leaving
poor
Jared, though,
Shillelagh.
is that we've
He's
lost
gonna
our
start
scout.
talking about
Yeah.
The dojo.
Oh. Dojo's should
the
scout.
Thessalonian Empire. He's pretty
Too bad he's
intrigued
not
by
here.
it, so he'll
Is
probably go with
dojo
that.
like in a state of torpor?
Yeah, Dojo, you don't know what's wrong with him, but he said that something he ate didn't agree with him, and he went out to the cave entrance, and he's refusing to come in.
He had
Human
some
flesh.
bad tea.
Okay,
Pride Eddie
so...
strikes
Well,
again.
Eridan's, he should be able to do
Yeah,
some
Eridan,
stuff.
you're a scout, but you're staying behind, or are you going?
I could scout.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So we're
so...
leaving just to be clear, we're leaving Chauncey and Jared, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
the plan?
All right, so you guys go ahead, and Eridan's leading the way, and you go about 50 feet, and sure enough, there is a fork in the tunnel. One is going down, and one is going up.
There's a fork in the tunnel. One goes down, one goes up. Does there feel to be like any fresh air coming from either of these?
Well, give me a perception check.
Okay, I could do that.
That's Gon's password.
Die 20. That is not a trap. 23.
Yeah, with the 23, you sense the direction that's going upper. You smell not fresh air, but fresher air, and on
Okay.
the other side, you smell like more dank, stale air.
Okay.
Does anyone have the ability to look for tracks?
I do have a
Survival.
little bit of survival. Not great, but I could try that.
I'll
Yeah.
attempt to aid you, because my survival's only a +2, but I might be able to aid.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, gents. Let me know what you get.
I do aid.
22, so with aid is a 24.
With a 24, you do see some large, heavy-set footprints going up to the side, going
Okay.
up, and going down. You do see. So going up, you see a set of footprints, a number of sets of footprints. Going down, you only see one set of the same footprints.
And they're all bovine, or they're all...
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should go down. Like, I feel like that's where they're storing stuff. Up is probably more of an entrance, but I'm open to anything.
Yeah, up might be where they got to their ambush spot for us.
Yeah.
So I think we know that that's probably going to lead out at some point if we want to go spelunking. That's probably the better choice for
Spelunking,
Yeah,
nice.
I
learning
agree.
something. Cool.
Okay, so you're gonna go down?
Mm-hmm.
We're down.
All right, so you go down, and how are you? What's your marching order?
Do we have a map for this at all, or
Is there a map?
There is no map.
Okay.
Theater of the mind, gentlemen.
Usually Glurt goes in the middle.
I think it's going to be Rito first, right?
Yeah, I think I'll take the lead right now. I'll try to be about 30 feet ahead of everybody, and I'll move stealthily as I do so.
And I
Okay.
guess the question is, where do you want to be, Joe Bar? Because I think the rest of us are Joe Bar and Glurk. How do you want to position yourselves? Because I think Vince and I will be in the middle.
Well, I mean, there's two lines of thought. Usually
Yeah.
I get in right away to try and provide some cover for everyone. Having said that, I'm the least stealthy, so there's an argument for me to be second or an argument for me to be last. I'm fine with either one. Traditionally, I've been right behind Dojo.
I think it's probably best if you're up front, just because. Who else is going to be relying on your light spell? Is that just going to be you and?
And that's a good
So
point.
Sean
It's
is
pitch
behind, I
black
think
going
it's
down
just
into
Joe
this
Bar.
tunnel, by the way.
Okay.
Pitch black, so whoever doesn't have dark vision is going to have trouble seeing. I mean, it's pitch
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Bar will be re-upping light on his bastard sword as needed.
And what's the
I mean,
range on that, John?
I believe it's 30 feet
Okay,
of like good light, and then probably a little bit beyond that for
Jim.
I guess that's the question. The upside to Joe Bar being up front is his AC makes him kind of a plug. If shit goes south, he can kind of block the way. The downside is he's a little bit of a beacon as well. So Joe Bar and Glurk, you guys decide. I don't want to. I'm
well,
not
I
second.
mean, Aridin, if you want me second, and I'm second.
Yeah, it should be Aridin, Joe Bar, and then who's bringing up the rear? That's the question.
I mean, it's up to you, Glurk. Do you want to bring up the rear, or do you want?
Yeah, I can
I mean,
absolutely,
Should
but
be towards
I have the worst perception probably here.
So why don't we put you after Joe Bar? So if we hit something, it's probably going to be up front, and then we'll put the professor, and then we'll put. Well, I guess that's hard because actually DTD actually needs the light, right? DTD you don't have dark vision.
No,
So
but
you should probably be.
I have a sun rod I could use.
You should probably be by Joe Bar.
Well, or he can have his son
So
ride.
why don't we go?
I
Bar,
I mean, I don't.
Glurk,
Hopefully,
me, then-
there's not anybody coming behind us. Hopefully,
I'll just go. I'll
So
just
in
go
the
by
fairness,
Glurk.
DTD is not bad. So we can do Joe Bar, Glurk, Professor, DTD in the back to throw bombs because he's got a good chance to hit.
Yep, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, so you start
Maybe-
going ahead. Aridin, give me a perception check.
Perception? Okay. Not so great. 15.
So even with a 15, you're going down, and you guys go about 60 feet, and the grade is going down at about 5% grade. And as you're going further, you start smelling something that's somewhat foul. It smells like rotting organic something. And
Okay.
you see, right when you're smelling that, all of a sudden, you think you see at the edge of your vision what looks like some sort of strings or some sort of white lattice work, for lack of a better, with cuts in it.
Webbing?
Maybe.
And this is in the path, or this is in
In
on
the path
floor?
going that has the 5% negative grade going down.
Okay.
You gonna keep going?
Wait, who's that supposed to be?
Hello?
I'm thinking here real quick.
Oh, no problem.
I'm going to just I'm going to pause and just give a good listen and just try and get a sense of anything, maybe like a knowledge dungeoneering or something like that. I could roll to see if I recognize the white lattice at all, or if
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge dungeoneering.
Okay. Knowledge dungeoneering. Oh shit, I moved that 7.
You're not sure.
It's probably close to them. It's very pretty. I know.
I think. How far away am I from the lattice now?
It's on the edge of the dim light vision, so about 50 feet.
Okay, so I will have that distance. I'll get within 30 feet. Moving again stealthily, as best I can, and see if I can identify anything once I'm a little bit closer.
Okay, give me a stealth
I would
check.
say,
Go ahead.
as I get, so assuming we're moving as a group, now I'm 30 feet closer, can I do a knowledge dungeoneering check?
Sure.
Great. Also, just give me a second. Okay. What the fuck
Who
is
does? My character.
oh, shit. Give me a sec.
I came to try. How about nukes?
No nukes. We don't want
Ooh, nice.
Why?
Did I roll it?
18.
Well, that's 18 plus 9, 27.
Oh yeah, with a 27, you're pretty sure that they look like giant spider webs.
Giant spider webs. Be careful.
giant spider webs. That's not.
I'm
I
gonna.
just I passed that a forward telephone style, so by the time that Rito gets it, he probably hears purple ladies underpants.
I'm gonna slip back toward the group. Do we maybe want to
I think there's a little.
use a torch to burn these webbings? And I mean, I'm assuming it's not going to be easy to stealth past them. So I feel like we basically know something's up here ahead. We should probably be ready for the fight.
100%. I'm gonna cast this. I'm trying to think.
Trying to see if I have anything that's particularly helpful here.
You know, me too.
Rito or Airden, make a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. 28.
You're not sure, but you think you hear skittering
Uh-oh.
at the edge of your ear. It's very faint.
Drums in the deep.
At this point, Horton, I'm casting a shield spell, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Joe Barr's going to go ahead and use his wand of shield once Airden is back to the group.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and do that.
All right, mark that off your list.
And I'm gonna step behind the beef here.
Yeah, but let's bring Glurk up front.
They're coming.
What's coming?
Spiders.
Giant spiders.
I don't like spiders.
Shelob.
Airden,
Yeah.
that smell as you inch forward is getting stronger. Smell of decay and
Okay.
death.
Okay, well, now that I've got shield up, gentlemen, there's something here. We know a Minotaur, at least one, came this way. I say we move forward. Let's say all
Beware the webs. They are ahead.
So Jill Bar is taking the lead now?
Yep.
Mhm.
So I've got my shining sword, and I'll start moving up towards these webs.
All right. And then I'm right behind you.
Okay, so you move up further, and you go about another 30 feet, and you definitely are hearing skittering more loudly now. It sounds like
Right.
it's
Go ahead.
it's hard for you to tell. It's almost echoing, but you can't tell if it's on the ground or on the ceiling or on the sides. You don't see anything.
How high is the ceiling in here?
Ceiling's about it's like 6 feet wide and like probably 10, 12 feet.
And with my bastard sword raised above my head up to, 10, 11 feet high, I'm not seeing anything with the light shining.
You're
right on it.
seeing more spider webs, and it looks like they've been cut in places. They're ragged and kind of not blowing because there's no air, but kind of loosely with your movement they kind of move, sort of like in Lord of the Rings.
Well, I'll cautiously keep moving forward.
Okay, so you cautiously keep moving forward, and the smell is starting to become overwhelmingly bad.
Have we seen anything yet that might be the source of that? Is there anything?
So you're looking around, and on the ground you start seeing some confusion. It looks like the ground's been scuffed up. It looks like there was some sort of something scuffled up the ground, and then you go a little further and you see off at the edge of your light's vision, you see a spider, a giant spider that is probably like the body's like as big as Timmy and huge, 10, 12 foot.
Large size?
Yeah, but it looks prone and it's not moving.
Ooh.
I will do a perception check if that's allowed.
Sure.
Okay.
That is a
Nice.
26.
With a 26, you're not sure. Give me a knowledge dungeoneering, Jilbar.
I don't have that.
You don't know anything about giant spiders. You just know this one is not moving. You don't know if they have the capacity or intelligence to play possum, or if it's asleep, or if it's dead. You don't know.
Well, we heard skittering,
You did hear skittering.
so
You want me to sink an arrow into this thing?
Could be babies.
I mean, if it's alive.
Aridin, I think that is a good idea. See if it is trying to play some trick upon us.
I'll give it a quick tap.
All right, shoot it. Tell me what you get.
Study that target. Yep. That is. How close are we?
Well, Joe Barr is about 50 feet from it. He just sees it at the
Got it.
edge of his dim vision.
Perfect. Then AC 23.
So you cock your bow and you shoot it, and it goes whistling through the air, and you can hear it extra loudly because there's no other noise in here. And it just thunks into this thing, and Jill Bar, you don't see any movement.
Nice.
so they probably had a minotaur come. They came down here, killed
Yeah.
that thing.
Is there any death marks on it?
Well, do you keep going forward, right? From where you are, Jill Bar, you can't see anything more.
I'll kind of nod to Aridin, like, nice shot, and then nod my head towards the carcass, or what we think is the carcass, and I'll start moving in.
How far are you going to go?
I know.
At least halfway.
Okay, so you go 25 more feet, and you can now see at the edge of the full vision that it is a giant spider, and it's prone, and the arrow is stuck in its, the I forget the name of it, but the
The
big,
abdomen.
what is it? The abdomen!
Yeah, the abdomen.
Yep.
Attaboy. Into the abdomen. And it looks like it's not moving. You do see as you get closer some sort of ichor that flowed out from the arrow, and that the same ichor seems to be in a pool further away under it.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do I see anything else?
You do not see anything else.
But if
So
you
we-
see a titan,
No.
So there's no evidence.
No
There's no
spiders.
evidence of what we believe a minotaur down here that came down here. No evidence of other spiders.
Fair
No
question.
cluster of webs. Nothing else to see.
Well, are you moving closer to the spider?
I'll move closer carefully.
All right, so you move closer carefully, and you could tell you're about 10 feet away from it. You could tell that it's a big, huge, dead spider, and that seems to be where the stench is emanating from. It's almost overwhelming. And in fact, give me a fortitude save.
Oh,
no.
Sweet. I can
Okay.
make this one.
Everybody.
Everyone?
Oh no.
Jilbar's at a 17, modified.
Okay, you're fine, Jilbar, but you felt briefly like you might retch. The smell is so profoundly terrible.
Here goes Glurk.
I made it. I had a 22.
You're good.
Audit.
Okay, DTD.
23 for the professor.
All right, Professor's good. DTD got a 12.
So did Eridan.
So did Eridan. Eridan and DTD, you are just smelling this, and it kind of like went up to your nostrils, and somehow it got into your throat and down your chest, and you just, it's the worst smell you've ever had, and you are overcome with nausea. And you just retch.
All right. Well, I've got a pill for that.
And it's a little embarrassing, maybe. Maybe it isn't. So you guys throw up, and Jilbar, if you go up to it and you can stick your sword into the side, it's dead, and it's clearly been dead for a while. There are maggots coming out of it and flies. And
Just like the Cleveland Hortons.
yes, and you see the passageway goes further down, and it seems to narrow a bit, and then it breaks off into like 3 different directions. And give me a perception check.
All right. $16.
Nice.
You're not sure because you don't know the way of the spider, but you sense that this was some sort of a lair, and that it has maybe, because there's like scuffle marks going in all directions, and there's 3 like tunnels, and in one of them you see just a little movement, and you flash your coin over there or your sword, and you see like a spider that's like the size of a medium-sized dog, and as soon as you flash the light toward it, it skitters away. And you guys, Eridan, you guys are talking, and you get the sense that this might be some sort of a lair, and perhaps the Minotaur came down here, was confronted with this giant spider, and you're guessing the Minotaur got the better of it. What do you guys want to do?
My friends, do we think it is worth continuing into the lair of these spiders, or is this not mission relevant?
Yeah, this seems like a bug hunt.
I don't know. Booty relevant.
Well, three distinct openings could go for quite a while, and we no longer would have the luxury of assuming nothing's at our
Legs that we
back.
split up.
Jilbar, make a wisdom check.
I'll do that. Hold on.
Probably should nuke it from orbit. Only way to be safe.
That's a modified 15.
So Jilbar, as you're kind of reflecting on this, you were so like freaked out and hung up about, and the stench is still overwhelming. So your mind is clouded a bit. But it just dawned on you that you just left Shalelu and crew with a treasure chest from Absalom.
Yeah. That's going to be a lot more valuable. My friends, this may lead somewhere, but I think what we have left behind is much more important to safeguard. I say we
Pussy.
We know what's going on up there, pretty much. Nothing.
Right, but we don't know. We assume that all the Minotaurs were present and accounted for our ambush. Because we saw tracks going up the other path. What if there's more?
Yeah, this
We don't know for certain. And we need to get Shalelu back safely along with whatever treasure is in that chest. That could
Sure.
be very, very substantial. That's my understanding.
Plus, the DM doesn't have a map of this area, which says probably not important.
May or may not mean anything. I could be 3 steps ahead of you, Rito.
Yeah.
I think we should go back.
I mean,
We should at least go to the upper.
Yeah, so, and you remember there was another tunnel. So these 3 tunnels are going down. It looks like there's like 2 adjunct tunnels, one of which was where that little spider. They seem smaller, it's hard to tell. And then there's a main tunnel. What are you guys going to do?
I agree. We should at least do the upper tunnel.
Yeah, at least a couple hundred feet going up just to see what happens.
All right, so,
So
you
we'll
double.
head back. Yeah, we'll head back to where the
Yeah,
tunnels
so
go
you
out
double
and
back
get
without
to that area and then
incident.
investigate the upper tunnel.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you double back without incident, and in the upper tunnel you see more movement and hoof marks, and you go up that direction for about 60 feet, and it seems to be heading at about a 10% grade up, and then it winds off to the east. And do you keep going?
Sure.
A little bit, like 5 minutes or so. tops.
Yeah, so you go about 5 more minutes, and it keeps going, and it seems to be going up at a steady grade, and you see more and more hoof marks. Seems to be heavily trafficked. And then about at the 5th minute, you feel a draft of air coming from the tunnel, but it's still black.
I think this is the easy way out. Why don't we get Shalelu and see if we want to move the chest, get that, and come back this way. Unless we want to investigate and make sure the way is clear first.
I would do that. Let's
Let's check. Let's check first.
5 more minutes, yeah.
Brandon, do you want to sneak ahead again?
I sure can, absolutely.
Okay, so you go about 5 more minutes, and right when you're about to question, all of a sudden it starts going up more steeply, and the air seems to be rushing in more, and all of a sudden you see ambient light, and it seems to be coming up, and as it comes near the top, there's some rough-hewn steps. Looks like about 10 of them. Do you want to go up them? And then at the top of the steps looks like an opening about 6 feet by 8 feet.
Yeah, I'll stealthily go up the steps
Okay.
and approach that opening.
So you go up to the opening and you find yourself on the top of the plateau looking across to the other side. And you get the sense that this was definitely their ingress and egress point from this way. You don't know how they got to the other side where you guys had to use the branch, but this seems to be going, if you think about like direction sense, it seems to be, if you were to go this way and then keep going east, it would double back to the road you guys were on.
Okay.
Perfect. That sounds good to me.
Okay. Let's head back down and gather everything up.
Yeah.
All right, so you go back down, and Shalelu, looks like she's in a conversation with Chauncey, and it looks like Chauncey seems to be talking to her, and she's just nodding, and can't seem to get a word in edgewise. She looks a little bored or annoyed, you're not sure. And Jared seems to be looking back and forth with his little eyes, just like this. To them.
Anchor point for Jared.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a move.
So, what do you guys do? You got this chest. You're not sure if you can move it. It's trapped. You don't know how it's trapped. What do you do?
Well, what would Jobar know? Would he know anything about these chests and how they?
That's a good question. Jill Barr, you would know that, I don't know if you know that. Let's leave this up to a roll. Give me a knowledge local or a geography or history, whichever's better.
Can I interest you in a spellcraft?
Yes.
No.
Well, maybe if there's a trap on it. But
Yeah, that will be relevant potentially for a trap, but I thought the question was trying to understand the actual chest and the sigil.
Because okay, how about profession merchant?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay. That is not great, but it's better than any of the others you listed. But I rolled a 2, so that is an adjusted 8.
Yeah, you're just not sure. You can determine that it has the royal seal of, or not royal, but the official seal of Absalom on it, and it's a very it looks like a very expensive leather chest with iron reinforcements.
So how does Jilbar move coin from his place to Absalom? Is it similar?
Well, Jilbar has a connection in Magnamar. Jilbar, do you have any connections in Absalom?
If you had read the collected works of Jilbar, you would know that the Archbanker Falto and also Archbanker, I believe it's Fakir, Jilbar's actually been in the Master Vault of Absalom briefly and spoken to both of them.
The Vault of Abadar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this. Give me a roll again on the merchant and give yourself a plus 10.
Ooh.
Okay. So plus 10 instead of plus 6, or plus 10 on top of the plus 6?
Plus 16.
That's 23.
All right, so with a 23, you're kind of you think you're chalking it up to the miasma that you're confused for a minute, but you're like, duh. This is clearly a chest from the Absalom Mint. You know this because when you were in the Abadar vaults, you actually were invited by the Lord Kirkus to do a review. You weren't invited, but the people you had mentioned were invited to do a review of the practices of the mint as a goodwill gesture. And you had briefly gone to the mint and seen some of their practices, and you had noted that these are chests that are the actual council of the mint of Abadar. These are the official chests, the sigil, the chests, and everything. And you also know that they tend to be mechanically and magically trapped. And you were curious when you heard that, and they had said at the time that because the Absalom Navy usually escorts these in the military, they never have had problems in transport, but they are working closely with the Academy just because this is part of the pride of the mint that they never lose a shipment.
Do I think a knock spell would help with this? I put that in Slack in general.
A knock spell. Let me look up knock.
I put it in the Slack in the general. We'll go there. I put a link.
It looks like to me it would definitely open it, but it doesn't necessarily do anything in terms of the trap.
Correct. You could use it to open the lock, to bypass the lock, but you don't know if it would bypass the enchantments.
Now the good news is,
Beta, give me a
it's
spellcraft.
150 feet away.
Yeah, Bellcraft, give me a spellcraft check.
Can I aid him?
Sure.
What's my spell?
Did you say that spell prep?
How about fire magic?
That's his boxer chest. Should work.
You got summon monster or something like that we can use to create an undead or somebody that can open the chest.
Well, let's talk about this
Yeah, I was just
before we
going to say
do
the same thing.
anything. Because to me, what's inside of the chest is obvious value, but isn't it almost more valuable if we return this? Like,
This is a Jilbar question.
Yeah.
BTD raises an important question. What is in the chest is certainly valuable, but I would assume that returning a chest of this magnitude would also have a reward. Does that seem accurate?
Or we can just use fire magic and open the chest.
I like that idea.
Wow.
You're not sure about that. You think it would really depend, Jilbar, on how you returned it, who was doing the time, etc. Because it could be looked at two ways. You could innocently tell the truth about how you came about it, and depending on the circumstances, they may believe you. If they don't believe you, you might be forfeiting your life.
Plus, no one's going to give you more money than what's in the chest. Let's be honest.
The other thing is
DTD. That's not the way the world works.
Yeah,
Come on,
DTD.
guys.
Jilbar, I can't speak to you. DTD, you would probably not be too inclined to want to be giving up a treasure chest. I can't speak to anyone else.
I will say too, I don't know if you asked me to do a spellcraft, but if you did Horton, I got it at 30.
Yeah, so spellcraft, you think it has some sort of a masking spell on it, so you're not quite sure what kind of magic. You can sense it has some sort of enchantment, but you can't figure out what it is. You also think it has some sort of a physical mechanism.
If I understood the other night, you were saying that even moving it could
Correct.
set off the trap, right? Yeah,
That's
okay.
correct.
So it makes more sense to just open it here anyways.
Yeah, my odds aren't great, but I could certainly give it a try.
If knock can be done 150 feet away, and that unlocks it, then to the point of if we just have something to open it, which might even be as easy as Mage Hand at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or open close, if you have one of those.
Bennett, give me a.
I have a Mage Hand.
Give me a spellcraft check. I'll actually roll that over because you're kind of analyzing the whole situation. This masking spell suggests a high-level wizard is warding these, and you don't think a low-level knock spell would do the trick on this.
Well, I guess we might think that you could use the knock to open it, but there's still something else that's more powerful.
I mean, this thing has been moved.
Yes.
It didn't teleport here.
Nope.
And so somebody.
But it was moved.
But it was moved in the chest. In the
Yeah, it was
crates.
moved in the crate, and the crate's been dismantled.
I mean,
And you think whomever put the chest in the crate, there was some sort of process that it's part of the whole way that they must move these things.
Do we think we could ever duplicate that? Do we know enough?
You don't know enough. You're not high enough level.
Okay.
Bedhead, whoever is managing the spellcasting, it's a very high level wizard.
So we're left with the conundrum here. We can't move the chest. We can't leave the chest. That doesn't seem prudent. If we take the chest, we may be implicated as the ones who stole the chest. But if we do manage to take the chest, or if we open up the chest, legally, anything that we find, we know who it belongs to, and it belongs to the Bank of Absalom. The Mint of Absalom. There's just not a lot of good solutions here. Jilbar's going to literally be like, I have to pray for guidance on this, and he's going to start praying to Abadar.
I say we open it with the knock spell. Try to figure out a way to get at it.
I say we try to move it and see what happens. Because if we can move it, then we can at least get out of here. We don't have to.
Have we moved it yet? It's still sitting in the same spot.
Nobody's touched it.
Where we found it.
Yep.
Let's have the monk move it.
Dojo.
why the monk?
Yeah.
Right, you said, could we summon some undead? Boom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ziggy could have done that for you, but Ziggy's dead.
Does Abadar give me any guidance?
Why the monk?
Roll a.
Because he's not here.
What type of roll would that be?
Yeah, I mean, it could be knowledge religion. It could be a luck roll.
No, give me a luck. Yeah, give me a luck roll.
Okay. So my luck is 15. I assume high is good.
Yep.
16 plus whatever luck modifier I have.
You get the sense coursing through your veins that Abadar welcomes any wealth from Absalom.
My friends, I think we were meant to find this chest. Abadar is filling me with that guidance. I think that, Professor, your idea of trying to see if we can open it and see what happens from a distance, I think that is worth trying, and then perhaps we can take it from there. For all we know, if your knock spell is successful in unlocking the chest, perhaps that sets off the whatever wards are guarding it.
I do have an open close. I can use that as well. An open close, or that would work as well.
Okay. Well, why don't we back 50 to 60 feet away? Not directly in front of it, to the side, and see if the knock spell works.
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't do that off of a scroll because I don't have a memorized. But
Does that burn the spell?
well, burns the scroll, but
And you want to do this even though you were analyzing it and just thought that a low-level knock spell probably wouldn't be able to unward something a high-level wizard cast?
Well, it's got a chance of putting the spell.
I think our thought is it would open the right. It wouldn't dispel the spell, but literally the mechanic. It should, like, I guess. Let me know if I'm wrong on this. But would it unlock it without?
You're not sure? You could try it. You want to try it?
I mean, I guess, again, let me make a roll on it, but I think it will unlock.
Well, there's
it.
no roll on it. You either use the scroll or you don't. I already
Sure,
gave you all the info.
I
I'm giving
mean,
you.
let me see the distance I can be, but yeah, I think we're gonna go back and.
Yeah, it's medium. It's over 100 feet, so you're fine there.
Yeah, so we're way back, we're super far back, and we physically unlock the chest.
Okay,
With the knife.
you cast the spell?
Yep,
All right, take that scroll off your sheet. So
Perfect.
you cast the spell and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, for like 3 heartbeats, and then about 3 heartbeats later, you hear click.
It's open.
Okay.
Alright.
Now use the mage hand.
let me see one thing, I wanna see one thing real quick. So give me 2 seconds, let me just look one
Hey,
thing
did
up.
you read the spell?
Knock or mage hand.
Knock.
The mage, well, I used knock, but the question is,
It says, well, you should read it.
what's it?
Is
What
this
do
an
you see?
arcane lock?
Like, just,
Arcane lock?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, because if it's an arcane lock, then it suspends its function for 10 minutes, it says.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe magic would be just fine.
Oh, we lost Phil.
Oh no.
Could be trouble.
Yeah, you can travel with a flight magic and just fly all over.
Nice.
Well,
We
maybe the next thing we can do is try to jostle it somehow.
Yeah, or just attack
So
something.
you do think is Till back?
I believe he is. Till, you there?
yeah, sorry about that, I fell apart. Timmy, what were you saying? Just tell me what you're thinking.
Well, it
I
says
don't know.
if it's an arcane lock, it suspends its function for 10 minutes, is what it says.
But arcane lock is a spell, right?
Right. So can you use the mage hand now to try and open it from a distance?
That's
I can,
not
I'm just
exactly
trying to
how the
see-
mage hand will work. If you use the mage hand, Bedhead, you think you're just going to move the chest.
Okay,
let's do
but
it.
let me see one thing real quick. Just give me a second, I'm looking at something.
Yeah.
But I think you can cast open close.
Did we ask Shillelagh if the
Ah,
Minotaur?
can't I use open close? You can open or close, your choice, a door, chest, window, pouch, barrel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
anything resistant activity.
You
such as
think
fire.
the very notion of using a cantrip against a highly warded from a top level wizard in Absalom would just offend the DM?
I feel like the mystical power that controls this world will be offended by if I use a cantrip. Don't open this up.
Dojo it is.
I mean, what's the
Dojo it
purpose?
is.
Is the purpose to actually try to open it, or is are we just testing it to see if we can move it?
Well, it's
But we were
unlocked.
trying to open it, because, rules as written, open, close should work if it's unlocked.
But
Careful, John.
If
Careful.
it's
you
unlocked.
don't want to offend the DM. I feel like there is a
Yeah, rules is written. Rules is
malignant
written.
power that controls this world that I don't want to offend.
Rules is written. I'm sure it works fine. Go for it.
No, does someone else have this cantrip? Hey, Chauncey, come here. You have open close, right?
Yeah.
Let's have Jared open it.
Fuck you.
Hey.
All right. So, are you going to use open close on it?
I'm sorry, Jack. You're right.
Let's see what else we can do.
I say we all just
Look for other options.
I'm not gonna get close to it.
Shillelagh can open it.
Kill it.
I'll
Sure,
protect
okay.
Shaylu from whatever happens when we open it.
You just
I mean, I
Well, how about this? What if I go up to it, examine it? Can you give me an idea, Horton, on what the DC might be to try to magically disarm it?
Well, you could go up and examine it, and you could see if, based on your knowledge as Arid Sparrowhawk, you would know that.
I will do that. I will give that a shot.
Do you have spellcraft?
I do not have spellcraft, but I do have trap finding and disable device.
So, yeah, so you could go up, you're kind of looking at it, you don't want to touch it, you heard the click, you think that means it was physically disabled, you're pretty sure you could just open it now.
Oh, really? Okay, then I will do that.
But you do know that it's got a high level ward on it.
You're going to open it.
If I feel confident in that, then I'll give that a shot.
Very,
I'm slipping away.
just let me clarify, you feel like you can physically open it.
Oh, but I don't feel that the trap or the ward is removed.
You don't
The
know.
word is
We suspect no because it's such a high level.
Just a question, is there anything, because if it's a chest and at the top opens up, is there anything on the top that we could attach, for example, a rope to with a grappling hook?
No, it still has it has like a intricate, like you heard a click, but it looks like you need to turn something, it's like some sort of device, like
So you have to be standing right in front of it.
yeah, and you have to like manipulate it.
Okay, can we collectively try and analyze the spell on it using Detect Magic and Spellcraft?
yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Who has the highest spellcraft?
You could try.
I got
Let's
spellcraft.
try.
My Spellcraft is +9. Do either of you have better?
+11.
Yeah, I do.
Mine is plus
my
3.
spellcraft is.
So I will attempt to aid you then.
Mine's a
My
problem.
spellcraft is 11.
A 10.
What's yours, DTD?
11.
So who wants to do the roll?
DTD, what was yours? 11?
Yeah.
I'll aid you. I feel like I just rolled a bunch of 19s. I'm being paranoid. I'll aid you.
All right.
So I do aid. So that's a bonus of 13.
Ooh, I rolled a 19.
Ooh, nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
It's
30.
legit 19.
So that's 30.
Let me
Plus
let me see my aid
So
too.
32 with the aid from Jill Barr and
And I'm just trying to
Chunky
get.
and Professor both aid.
Yeah, we can both aid. Here is the professor.
It's water.
Fucking aid. This fucking thing. Yeah, for some reason when I run the
Dice roller.
roll 20, and the dice roller like gets fucked up.
It's probably
Let me roll actual dice.
So you guys can't use
The dice roller
spellcraft.
is fucked up.
This carpenter doesn't blame his tools, killer.
Right?
I'm just saying, dice roller is not working. I can't see any of the dice.
Voice don't work.
So you
But
don't
also
think
say
they're
what-
going to be able to spellcraft this because you're not watching a spell being cast. If you're trying to determine the properties of a magic item, you'd have to examine it. Maybe an identify spell, but spellcraft wouldn't work in this sense.
Well, if it's warded, is there signs of the ward? Or is it like invisible?
Well, can we roll that to Knowledge Arcana?
No.
Because I got 11 for that as well.
A knowledge arcana. I would
Yeah.
have to look what does that do? I mean, that would tell you, what would that tell you?
I mean-
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Well, we roll whatever we thought.
I think
worked
identify
best.
might be, does anyone have identify? The spell?
I think it's too high level.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
No, identify is just first level, but I don't know that anybody has it. Certainly not memorized.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Nobody takes that trash.
Identify.
Should be a cantrip.
It should be.
Identify is actually
Yeah.
what you need
Ooh, I think I might have it.
in a book spell or something.
Let me see.
Then Thunderguard.
Actually, I do have identify.
Yes.
Yeah, it's functioning like detect magic, except that gives you a +10 enhancement bonus on spellcraft checks made to identify the properties and command words of magic items in your possession.
So should I whip up an extract of identify? I do have it.
How long would it take you?
Good question.
You
Just
could
a standard
try it.
action. It's just a standard action.
Oh, nice.
And it lasts for 15 rounds. The range is 60 feet
Sweet.
in a cone-shaped emanation.
Yeah, you could try doing that.
All right, but I'm gonna run out of extracts pretty soon here, guys.
All right, so Vince is making an extract of identify.
Yep.
Okay, so you use your identify and you think the only magical aspect of this, you do sense some sort of necromantic magic warding.
Okay. That's not great.
Nah, I'm staying away from that.
I'm all in.
Necromancy.
Microexia.
And that's it.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly what kind of necromantic magic. You know it's you sense it's powerful magic. You don't know if the spell is powerful or if the person casting it was powerful. But it's more powerful than anything you've ever encountered. Now that doesn't mean that the actual spell is powerful. It just could be the caster who cast it was powerful.
Yeah, maybe lightning magic would be great. It really has a great.
So what are you guys gonna do?
So we don't think a cantrip will help. I mean,
What?
So it is. So it is spellcraft. I mean, identify just enhances spellcraft, but it does say it does help to identify the properties and command words
Yeah, and you don't get a sensors of command
There's
word.
no command
Yeah.
word. Okay.
What's the detect?
Does anyone have dispel magic?
Will give us what kind of magic is it? What kind
Does
of
anybody have dispel magic?
But necromantic, yeah.
Sorry, I had to pee.
Does anybody have dispel magic?
I don't think we do.
Yeah, should Joe Barr live another level, I might have Dispel Magic. Not that it would necessarily work against this ultra powerful caster.
I don't have it either. Ziggy would have had Summon Undead, but I don't. I don't have any Summon Monsters. I do not take that.
Aaron and
but I don't
DTD,
right
as you
now.
guys confer, you're pretty
Well,
sure
let's do
that
I mean, we're in no hurry. But if we sleep and we
you're
summon
pretty sure
something
that you can
else,
open this thing.
I mean,
What's that?
What if we,
why don't we
what if
just
we
like
summon
buff up?
something?
You're pretty
open it?
sure that you guys can physically
I-
open this chest.
I mean, if we can't solve it, we can just smash it.
Let's all just buff
Well, I
up.
don't think so. I mean, we can't move it. We can't smash it. I mean, what's our choices?
The alternative is we grab Shalelu and get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Sorry,
Right.
sorry, Jack. Sorry.
And tell other people that to come get it. That I guess that's to your point,
Tell
Vince.
anybody has
We
to.
could tell someone it's here. I don't hate the idea of sleeping the night and then summoning something to open it. Why not?
You could memorize knock in case it is
Yes.
the arcane lock resets.
Yes.
We already have somebody. His name is Chauncey. He's the stoic.
Yeah,
he's the
you
stoic
think-
creature.
Chauncey actually, you think, would be really good at opening this.
Yeah, Chauncey's not it. He's my student. I protect that open. So would Jared. So, I mean, I don't hate the idea of spending the night here. It feels somewhat safe-ish.
So at that, as if on cue, Shalelu says, and right now it's about midnight, I said, Shalelu says, we shouldn't tarry here.
Why?
Why not? Shalelu, what makes you uneasy?
Because I don't know how many of them there are. There may be more.
How many?
We dispatched many of them already.
Yes, you have, but I've been tracking them, and based on their movement and the creatures that attacked me, I think that there are more.
Bring them on.
So again, we've got this sweet treasure chest. We can't move it. We can't leave it. I'm not sure what to do.
Well, we could just trip the trap.
Well, just to be clear too, I mean, the
We
rogue
could just be not pussies.
disabled device should work for magical trap. It's just we don't know the DC.
You get the sense
that.
that if you did a dispel magic, is that what you're suggesting?
No, a
No.
disabled device. You
Disabled.
don't have to spell.
Mm-hmm.
What's disable device? Is that a spell?
No, it's a rogue trap finding ability. So if rogues can disable magic traps, but the DC is, what was it? I think like 20 plus the spell level of the spell that was cast on the device. So was
Is
like a
it
first level
the
spell.
caster level or the spell level?
It says spell level.
So it's not the caster level of the spell? The person
No,
who casts the spell?
That, at least the way it reads, it says 25 plus the spell level. So characters with trap finding can disarm magic traps. The magic trap generally has a DC of 25 plus the spell level of the magic used to create it. That to me says, like, if a glyph of warding is, third level or something like that, then that's 25 plus 3, which would be 28.
Yeah. Let's see. Important considerations. GM discretion. The GM determines the specific DCs, time required, and consequences of failure for each device. Magical traps. Disabling magic traps typically requires special abilities or feats, as they are often more complex and resistant to mundane methods. You could try it.
Do I have a sense of what the DC would be?
I don't know what DC means.
Well, I mean, the highest it would be is 9 plus 20, 29, right?
Do we have any way
9
to-
plus 25, 34.
It specifically says that the DM ultimately makes
Discretion.
that.
Yeah.
do we have any way to aid him or assist him? Like any way to give him luck or anything like that?
Aid with luck.
I don't even think Dojo could, because I think you need to have the rogue's trap finding skill to do that, or
Yeah.
whatever. Which
Yeah.
he could find traps.
So,
and
John,
he could save us
when you were
twice.
touring the
Like
Avatar,
the halfling luck, like I think the halfling.
Oh,
luck,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I-
think of him luck or anything
John,
like
John,
that.
you just have a memory, Jilbar, when you were touring it and they were boasting about how impregnable these things are, and you remember something about how they were built to withstand the foolish attempts of any rogue to get into
Yeah.
them.
All right. I feel like our DM is saying we can't get into this.
Unless
Yeah.
we just trip
I'm
the
not saying
trap.
that at all. I think you just open it.
I mean, we could just try to open it and see what happens.
Sure, we could beef someone up, put a bunch of protections on. I mean, that's the other option, right?
Yeah.
Put a shit ton of protection spells on someone, let them open it, and
I do have the inspired skill, so I mean, if we were to try that, it would mean I'd get to roll twice and take the better result. It's
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do it.
something.
We submit him as sacrifice.
All right, so are you going to try to open it?
Let's buff him first.
So my disabled device is plus 14. We can assume this is at least a 27, 28. So I'd need like a 14 or better on 2 dice.
I mean, I think the big thing is the result of whatever spell hits you. Are you gonna
Yeah, that's
survive?
kind of the big question. It's necromancy, so I don't know what we have for protection.
That's
I
what I
mean,
was
Not
just
really
talking
much
about.
at this level.
We really don't. Death
I mean,
Ward
I
is the only thing I can
I
think
could
of.
cast protection from evil on you.
Mhm.
Be
That
happy
might
to
work.
do so, but I don't know. Just because it's necromancy, I don't know if it's an evil spell. I think a lot of necromancy, like if it was Finger of Death or something, I'm pretty sure that's evil
Mhm.
or has the evil descriptor, so that might help. But if it's like Bestow Curse, I don't know if it would.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Well, I
that's a good question. Is what are some common necromancy?
High level
Slay
spells.
Living,
spell.
Finger of Death, Energy Drain.
Yeah.
That would be 9th level. But I don't think they would necessarily cast Energy Drain on a chest because
Yeah, I agree with you.
it's probably not going to kill someone unless they're a complete puke.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the DM was dancing.
I missed that.
I'm having fun. Let's go. What are you doing? Where are you going? You opening it?
Unless Vince can do it, I can cast Bear's Endurance.
Yeah, but Shalelu was just, AK was saying that we shouldn't wait here.
Mhm.
Right.
No time like the present, Rito. You want to open it?
Aridin, if you're willing to do this, let me at least give you Abadar's blessing against whatever evil may reside within its traps.
Yeah, I'll do it. What the hell? Don't
Yeah, Rito! All right.
Yeah,
I need.
I will-
And you said you have Inspire, so you can roll it twice?
So I can, yeah, once per day. Let me just make sure. Okay, so the Inspire trait says positive force, philosophy, or divine presence fills you with a hope and is a guiding force of inspiration. Once per day is a free action. Roll twice and take the better result on any skill or ability check.
Awesome. Go ahead and let me know what. So you're going to do a disabled device, so roll 2 20-siders, add your modifier on the better roll, and tell me what your total roll is.
Okay.
And I will cast, technically I'm casting Protection from Evil Communal, but I'm only going to cast it. Actually, no, I'll cast that on everyone.
Yeah, put it on everyone.
Because that way, God forbid it summons something, we all would have the benefit of that.
Do we need to like put ourselves in a certain situation or pattern around this thing?
Yes. And I think everybody should get really close.
Yeah, I think the rest of us will be at least 30 feet away.
Like behind the
that's
rock?
smart.
I need to know where exactly, how many feet away everybody is.
DTD's gonna be 60 feet away.
DTD 60.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chug.
Joe Bar will be
Extract the
50
shield.
feet away.
Okay.
If you could put something, between you and me, or you and me in
Yeah.
the chest.
Do you guys have any blast walls?
On this map, where's the chest?
The map, it's Theater of the
Up here.
Mind. You're in a
I know,
cave.
but we found her there. right?
The cave isn't in here.
I thought the cave was
Okay, so I guess if we, that's a good idea, Timmy. Let's play pretend and say that this Tentamort. Oh, not that Tentamort.
Jesus.
Let's
Oh.
sorry, guys. Forget I did that. Let's say that this ghost. No. Quit picking things that are too large. I got it. This right here. Perfect. This sound is the chest.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's there. Okay. So, let's see. Let's do some measurements.
Yeah, no, I'm about the right distance.
And you guys can ignore terrain and all that, just because we're just trying to put you guys, because you would be inside the cave and you wouldn't have a chasm there.
It paid
All right.
$2.99.
All right, is that where everyone wants to be?
I'm gonna put something. I don't think this will work, and it seems like it won't, but it's a little. Mine's a little vague about it.
And you guys move Shalelu back, I assume, because you're not totally ungallant. All right.
Hey, wait, can you hear me, Horton?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I put something in the Slack. I don't think Ill Omen will work on an object. Online's a little vague on it. It just says the target. It seems like it won't, but read the spell and let me.
Yeah,
I
let me
will
check.
cast it on the chest. And even if it doesn't work, I'll still cast it on the chest. I don't
The
know, but
Target is one creature, so I would say.
No, that will not work.
sounds good. I didn't get to the creature.
But thank
I
you
just
for
said the
trying.
creature.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready?
All right.
Position real quick.
Everybody ready?
Where is it? No, I haven't positioned myself, but I'm over there. Yep.
Chauncey's in the direct line of fire, just to let you know.
All right. 2d20 plus 14. I rolled a 10 and a 16. 16 plus 14 is a 30.
Nice. Okay. You are confident that you probably dispelled whatever it is, But you just don't.
I'm going to go clean my pants then.
Yeah, but how can you know, right? That's the problem. You don't know till you open it. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll let you guys reflect on that.
I'm also going to the bathroom. This opportunity.
Somebody tell Marcellus Wallace that we happy.
I just did 10 milligrams of this.
Yeah.
But
Whoa, hey.
Whoa, Tim Tom, that's a
It'll be a
lot.
while.
Not 5, 10, huh?
It's a 10 beverage.
Yeah, we do it now.
Hey,
Go
big or go small, Timmy.
Yep.
At least you're in your
All
own
right.
home. That's always a good start. So is it a bad sign that he went to go get more dice, Rito?
I think so.
I actually need 15 D12s.
I don't know if they have enough D12s for this. Yeah.
My D1000 I just bought.
I feel lucky. I feel like even if he rolls 15 D12, he's rolling 15 ones.
I'm kind of surprised no one's made a D1000 just for the novelty.
Oh, we found D100s at this role-playing shop. And they were made of metal and they weigh like 4 pounds. I'm gonna buy one online. The one there was $50.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I want the D1000.
All right, so Aridon, are you gonna bust that chest open?
I think I should.
Okay.
Abaddon, I'll be with you.
So you kind of see the locking mechanism. It looks like you turn one. It's like a metal latch. You turn it one way, and then you turn it another, and you think you raise it. And you're pretty confident you dispelled whatever magic was warding it.
I will take a deep breath. I will steady my hands once again and do the lock mechanism.
Okay. So
Oh, fuck.
you do that, and click, click. And then you hear something like wheels recessing or something. And
Okay.
You think you can just
the last
open it
thing over
now.
here.
Yeah.
Are you going to open it?
I will.
So you open it, and right when you open it, you see this overwhelming, it's almost an aura of gold coming out. And
Okay.
right as you're opening it and your sight sees it, all of a sudden you hear this very quiet, innocuous poof. And all of a sudden, like when a piece of pollen bursts, you just have this fine granular spray shoot out over your entire face, and give me a fortitude save.
Fortitude, okay.
And tell me what you get.
Quaker? Is it Quaker?
Does, I don't have any, but does the protection from evil
I'm gonna give him
work
a
for this?
point.
Does it have any benefit?
Nope.
Can I?
Okay.
Can
You can have a
Fortitude save.
Quaker, you can have a Quaker from Professor if you want.
I will definitely take that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Only one Quaker can be given.
Okay, so Till, you're giving it?
Yep.
Okay.
Professor, okay, got you marked off. And then today's date.
If you don't take DTD's Quaker point, that's your own fault.
Yeah.
Professor 2. What is my name? Aridon.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Alright, 2D20 plus 8. Rolled a 2 and a 10. So 18.
So all of a sudden, this puffs and blows in your face.
Okay.
And you feel like you just start feeling kind of weird, and you're like, I think I'm going to make it through it. All of a sudden, you feel overwhelmingly nauseous.
Oh no.
And you have the nauseated condition, but that's not it. As
Okay.
you start backing up, you're like reeling, and all of a sudden you feel like
It's
your insides are gonna puke or
Okay.
just explode. And then like another 5 seconds goes by, and all of a sudden you're having trouble moving your limbs, and everything
Uh-oh.
spins.
Yeah.
And then another 5 seconds go by, and you lose the strength of your legs, and you fall over.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
And-
In that time, could the rest of us have potentially done something?
No. And in the next 5 seconds, you
Really?
fall over and you can no longer move any of your limbs. You
Okay.
are paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, I gotta use my little new dice. You don't know for how long. I do. But for right now, you are paralyzed. You guys
Okay.
see Aridon kind of smile as he sees whatever's inside, and then all of a sudden there's a puff of something. and he reels back and he stumbles and it looks like he's gonna retch, and then he falls over, and then all of a sudden he's not moving, he's catatonic.
The upside is it's easier to move a paralyzed Aerodam than it is a unmovable chest.
And for those of you 60 feet away, you can't tell exactly, but it is, you see a bunch of coins in this thing.
So it is open.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
open.
Move forward. The chest is open, and I'm gonna get up next to Aridin and assess what's going on.
Okay, so what exactly do you do once you get up there and you see a ton of money in this thing?
Well, I love that, but I want to make sure. First of all, I just want to like check and make sure Aridin has a pulse, and make sure he's alive.
He does have a pulse.
Raging.
Bedhead, are you going to examine him?
Yeah, I will try to examine.
Actually,
him.
no, I take that back.
Yeah.
DTD, are you going to examine him?
Yeah, I'll take a look at him.
So give me a. Let me look at your skills.
I mean, I've got.
Give me a profession herbalist.
Okay. Please. You don't want me to make a profession gambler check?
No.
Yes.
What an alchemist.
Okay, that's a +6. So that's a 20.
With a 20, you realize he has been poisoned. You're looking at the residue, and you actually all of a sudden you jump into like alchemist mode, and you pull out some of your tools, and you put on like some sort of gloves, and you grab one of your sample containers, and you scrape a little bit off of his face, and you go, and then give me a craft alchemy check. I'll give you the +17.
Okay. 21.
You identify this as Azure Lily pollen. And you know this pollen is a fast-acting paralyzer. It comes from a rare flower that is very dangerous to harvest. And in fact, if you don't harvest it correctly, you can die. But you also know that the pollen, you've read about the paralytic properties of it. In fact, you've kind of experimented with similar types. You think he's going to be paralyzed for a number of hours,
Okay.
but you think it will probably wear off.
Did
And you
we
think
get
it was
anything
probably
off of
used by the Absalamis to, basically, if anyone's trying to get in their chest, it would be very difficult to save for this, and they would be paralyzed, so they would obviously be caught red-handed.
Right.
And then the other thing is, you guys don't know, Bedhead, give me a spellcraft check now.
Alright. I can do it on the.
I just like the fact that they're called Absalamis.
Yeah, I just made that.
Yeah, I like that. Absalami.
Okay, where's that charcuterie tray, by the way?
Yeah, Timmy! Come on!
All right,
Jesus Christ.
I'll be back.
Sorry.
It is a spellcraft is 14 plus 11, 25.
25. With a 25, you get the sense that it had some sort of necromantic, you think it was cause blindness, and you think that he actually disarmed it.
Like Polyphemus.
Nice.
But unfortunately, it was double warded.
Nice. Alright. I mean, we can wait. Did we have, really quick question, did the Minotaur have some kind of, like, neutralized poisons thing on his belt? Am I making that up? And maybe it's not worth wasting, but I feel like he did.
You, DTD, you would know that this is such a high level toxin that you have nothing that's going to counteract it.
Okay, because I was going to say, I do have a poison ward salve.
Yeah, that's no way.
Oh.
This is like the big leagues of poisons.
Okay.
And you actually are reflecting that maybe for liability. You don't know why, but you think that they could have dosed this in a way where it would have just instantly killed him. So they clearly want to paralyze the victim. Maybe blind them and paralyze them. If you think about it a different way, if you wanted to make an example of anybody trying to break into your mint, if they were blinded and paralyzed, that's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, after consoling Aridin, Aridin, nicely done.
You see his eyes, Aaron, your eyes are still darting around. You can move your eyes.
So he's still conscious?
Yeah, he's still conscious.
He's gonna be okay, right? He's gonna be all right, right?
So, Aaron, you're able to breathe and you're able to move your eyes, and that's it.
Okay.
So it's like you're entombed.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's examine the booty.
Okay, so do you guys want to take a few minutes and examine the booty?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, as an agent of Abadar, you would be most familiar with this. You sense that these are actually the Absalom minted coins, and there are gold coins and platinum coins.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Do you want to know how many?
Yes, please.
John,
Yeah.
give me a praise check.
Okay. Tracking.
Might I aid?
Yeah, you can aid.
I mentally ate him.
DTD, what is your appraise at?
Mine's at +10.
Oh, you can make it then. It's whoever has higher, and whoever has
Yeah.
lower can aid the other one.
I'll aid DTD. Mine is only a +6.
12, so that's 20.
I like 8 them too, because mine's a plus
Well, they can
9.
aid. They can aid.
I do in fact aid.
You're gonna need to get a 25 or higher to do this
Duh.
efficiently. Otherwise, you're gonna have to spend a while counting.
So we're at 24.
I've got a 25 for my 8.
Okay, so you guys aid, and you get just enough. And the reason why you need times of the essence, you're trying to do this quickly, DTD, but you're just such an expert at analyzing the coin weight and depth of things in chess. And Jill Barr is too. And Badhead, you've studied this, so you guys are kind of conferring, and you quickly realize that there are 10,000 gold pieces and 1,000 platinum pieces in here.
Jesus.
Wow.
For a total of 20,000 gold pieces.
Nice. What else?
A little tear leaves Aridin's eye.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. You open it, and there are 6 copper pieces inside.
If Aridin doesn't survive, we don't have to split it by 5, not 6.
Right.
So the other thing you notice is they have the official mint of Absalom on there. You note that right away, Jilbar, confirming your suspicions.
All right, give me a second.
And that's it. Oh, there's one more piece of minutia, Jilbar. If you would,
I gotta log out, guys. Sorry, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Jilbar, you would know when you were traveling to the Mint and they were boasting about their shipments. That you know that major shipments can be many tons. Okay, and you also know that a chest. You know that the standard weight of a chest was about 250 pounds. So you know that there are about 8 chests in a ton. And you know that some of their major shipments can be 10, 20, 30, 40 tons in a big ship.
Jesus. Okay.
And in fact, your players don't know this, but remember in the vignette he says, vanished in the inner sea, 6 tons of platinum, 48 of gold. Tons. So you know, you're surmising, you don't know how big the shipment was, but you know the bigger the any shipment, they're going to become looking for it. But if it's a major shipment, that's a diplomatic incident. And they're going to come, they're going to tear the earth up for it.
Okay. Well, let's start bagging these coins up and getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
while-
you don't
while
even
we're
have to
bagging
bag them up.
leave.
You could take the chest now. You think it's inert.
Let's do it.
At least I saved myself the bagging part.
Yeah. So are you guys gonna bag it or bring it with the chest? Or are you gonna take the coins out and put them in something else?
Should we take them out and put them in something else? Because I don't think we want to be caught with that chest on us, do we?
No, in fact, I was thinking we need to like throw a couple of those dead minotaurs around there, like they opened it up,
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
and that they died
Yeah, in the past.
trying to open it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's in the past. Because one of the Minotaurs away,
I know, but we're gonna
It was a
we're
big
gonna
king.
frame the dead minotaurs.
yeah. Because
Mhm.
one of them killed that king before he was raged with power.
That's true.
Okay, so you're gonna do that, and I think that makes perfect sense. You guys will say it takes a few minutes to arrange that. You don't have minotaurs on this side, so you can't use any dead minotaurs, and they're 500-600 pounds. I'd have to look that up. I don't know. They're probably bigger. You could. So the other option, if you didn't want to deal with the chest, is you could throw the chest down the chasm.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah, let's just ditch it.
Yeah.
Just pitch it. Yep.
Yeah, and they break.
And then if you were to, you get Shalelu and she's kind of still woozy, are you going to put Aridin on a litter? Or how are you going to get him back?
I think
Mage hand.
Dojo said he'd take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dojo's gonna carry me.
All right, so Dojo carries you. That's really nice of him. And we'll say that you get back to Sandpoint without incident at about 4 or 5 a.m. just as the sun's coming up.
Okay.
And do you want to do anything? You're coming back with Shalelu. You've got a paralyzed Aridin. What do you guys want to do? You just want to walk through the
Layla
north gate?
Probably knows too much, so we should take her out.
Okay.
Yeah, does it seem like Shalelu's gonna be cool since we saved her life?
That's a good question. What do you mean by be cool?
It should be cool.
So,
Shalelu, I think that what we found in the chest, I feel confident that we can put that to good use to make sure that we're able to defend the town. We are the Heroes of Sandpoint, after all. We're counting on your discretion. Is that something that we can rest assured will be the case?
John, make a very important diplomacy roll.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't have my inexplicable luck because I used that all in the battle, but I will use my silver-tongued haggler ability to get a small additional bonus on this. And I don't know if anyone wants to aid me in this attempt.
I'll aid you.
Well, if you aid, you have to tell me what you say to aid, and I'll decide whether it's an aid or not.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
before we do that, should we just pay her off?
Oh, keep more money for ourselves.
Right, right. But if we pay her off, then she's kind of in on it. Like, it's
Joe
kind of
Barr, you
sure.
think it's probably a risk to pay Shalelu off, and you know you're taking a risk even because you know she's a pretty lawful good type person.
Right. We also did save her life, though.
Well, you guys play the game. If you aid, I need you to roll, and based on the roll, that will determine what you say. If it's a fail, you have to say something unhelpful, and if you fly with pass with flying colors, you could say something awesome. Who's gonna aid Jilbar?
Well, who's got
My diplomacy sucks.
Does anyone have diplomacy? Aridin, you wanna? Oh, sorry.
Is that the first coming?
I got a +2
Well,
on
by the time we
diplomacy.
get back, he's probably up, but I don't know that we want him to aid.
Yeah.
No, he's not up yet. I rolled for it. It's 7 hours.
Oofda.
Sorry, bro. Trying to get some
We're
sleep.
ITD.
was totally worth it.
Who's got diplomacy?
My diplomacy sucks.
I have the first
Hating you.
Nobody has
It might just be
diplomacy
Jill Bar.
but Jill Bar. You guys are a very low charismatic group.
I have 2. I can intimidate like nobody's business, but
Well, do you want to try to use diplomacy? You have to make that decision right now.
I have a 2.
Yes or no? 5, 4.
Who's he talking to?
I got
Because I was
5.
making the
Shalelu.
You.
No.
No. You.
I got
Okay,
5.
so it's just Jill Bar. Jill Bar, make your roll.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Quaker on this.
Baker? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So here's the first one. All right, not bad, not bad. I'll roll the second one because of the Quaker. I'm going to take the 17 plus 11. That's a 28 diplomacy.
That's Gordon.
Nice. Let me make a roll here. Let me make an opposed roll. Oh, no. Well, I got to check something. That's a closer than I thought it would be.
Why is it opposed? We did save her life, and we are the heroes of Sandpoint.
Yeah, that's like a plus 10 bonus right there.
For sure.
I agree.
Oh, you're good. You made it. So,
Nice.
Jabbar, I'm not. This is. I'll be honest. I'm a ranger. I don't understand the ways of the world like you do. I know you're a businessman. You're a trusted council member and a loyal follower of Abadar, and you've done well for this city. If you say that you know what to do with this money, then I trust you.
Shalelu, your confidence means everything to us.
I'm
Thank
sure
so
you would
much.
never just selfishly divvy it up amongst yourselves. I know you will use it for the good of the town, and I will make sure the mayor and the sheriff know about it, about your selfless offer.
We will certainly use everything we have on behalf of the town. But one thing I would
Wonderful.
say is it is best, I think it would be best, keep in mind, the Minotaurs had possession of the chest.
Yes.
The chest is now at the bottom of that ravine near where the Minotaurs, we killed the ones who had captured you.
And there may be more.
I think it best, my opinion is, it is best if, as far as anyone knows, the Minotaurs open that chest, and the money, we can use that to support our efforts against the enemies of Sandpoint. But that way, the Minotaurs are the ones who last were in possession of the chest. Which is
I
true.
couldn't agree more, and I think that Mayor Devrin and Sheriff Hemlock will agree.
That might be the best we can do, guys.
Story.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're back in Sandpoint. Dawn is coming up. You have vanquished the Minotaurs. You have saved Shalelu. What do you do?
Hey, level up to 6.
Mr. Kill.
My friends, I know that we have to investigate these murders, but I don't know about the rest of you. I could certainly use a little bit of rest before we do
Yes.
that. You're all, of course, welcome at the Vaulted Arms, but if you wish to stay at the Dragon, I completely understand.
I'm going to Tawny.
Contain.
Okay. So
One question,
Where's the money?
would it be odd for these coins with the symbol of the mint to be, would that be unusual for Sandpoint? I'm assuming in Magnamar it would not be horribly unusual.
you think a small amount of gold pieces, maybe platinum or any substantial distribution in here would be eyebrow raising.
Yeah, so I'll make sure everybody knows, like, for now, until we get to Magnamar at least, we should not flash the treasure we just found. It
You
may lead
also know that
DTD just bought a pink cat.
you also know that
It's Christmas.
Joe Bar, you know that given Shalelu and everything, you feel like there is some leverage here, but you think that you're going to have to manage talking with Devrin and Hemlock, and you think proactivity is better than just letting her talk to them?
Yeah, but it's midnight, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's 5 a.m.
Okay. Well, I don't know that we're waking them up for this news.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm just giving you a general.
Yeah.
Let's get some.
Well, I mean, we can leave a message that we've returned and saved Shalelu.
Yeah,
that
and
we'll
keep in
follow
mind
up
she's
on
exhausted
tomorrow.
too, so she's gonna go pass out.
Yeah.
So we'll say you all go back to your relative places, you pass out, and we'll say everyone sleeps till about noon. And you feel refreshed. Those of you staying at the Dragon get up, and Ameko is thrilled. She actually, you had Shalelu sleep in one of your rooms because you didn't want to wake anyone up. But when she comes down, she comes up, goes up and gives her a big hug, and you have
Are they gonna get it on?
no. And you have, you bring Shalelu to the local midwife to, have her get patched up. And what do you do now?
My friend, it might be best if you check in with Sheriff Hemlock. We do need to start this investigation now that we have rescued Shalelu, and also we may need to tell him what we found with the Minotaurs. Not just what we found, but the battle with the Minotaurs themselves, and that Shalelu thinks there are more in the area.
I agree. That's very troubling.
Okay, so do you want to go speak with Hemlock and Devrin?
Sure.
So we'll say that you had, Jilbar, we'll say that you had gotten a note off before you went to bed, and they, you go to the, let's get you guys over to the Sandpoint map. And you guys go to the mayor's offices, and sure enough, the secretary says, yes, sheriff is with Mayor Devrin, and they're waiting for you. So you go up, and you walk in, and Devrin and Hemlock are conferring, and they both see you, and they say, Hemlock says, thank goodness you're all right. We heard, Jabbar, I got the note you had sent us. We heard what trials you went through, and that you saved the mayor, or Shalelu. We're beyond ourselves with joy. And Mayor bids you all sit. Yes. I can't believe that you've done it again. I'm so proud of all of you.
Again and again.
What do you say?
Yes, the battle was quite harrowing. There were, I believe, a total of 8 Minotaurs, including another one that seemed to be some sort of a leader of these creatures. They had managed to capture Shalelu and nearly kill her, as we found after the battle. It was very close, a very close thing. Everyone fought magnificently, although I will give credit to DTD for taking on their leader. Not quite by himself, but ingeniously climbed up an escarpment using his arcane powers, and was able to fight him to a standstill and then defeat him in the end. At any rate, once the Minotaurs were defeated, we found Shalelu. We were able to rescue her and save her. She was on death's door, so to speak. We were
Oh my
able
God.
to rescue her.
And the mayor gives the sign to Desna. Desna, pray.
And we healed her as best we could. And from what she was able to determine, it seemed, and had seen previously, it seemed like the Minotaurs we fought may have just been a fraction of the number in the area.
What?
There may be more. So that is one bit of tidings.
And Hemlock says, more? You think that this threat still exists?
Ill-gotten treasure. Specifically, treasure that I recognized that appeared to be literally from the Mint of Absalom. The chest was still warded. And I assume by this point, Aridin is up and moving again?
Yeah, he's fine.
Excellent.
Aridin was able to disable most of the wardings. Those chests, you may or may not be familiar, but if you attempt to move them without disabling the warnings still go off. He was able to disable most of them and survive the one that he was not able to remove. And we found a good amount, a very, quite frankly, a large amount of coin that the Minotaurs had taken for their own. But I think now we can potentially use this money to help arm ourselves as we continue to fight on behalf of Sandpoint.
So at that, Hemlock and Deverin exchanged worried looks, and Deverin, after a pause, says, "Right, but Jilbar, if this is...
What's he doing?
If this is treasure from the Absalom mints, should we not return it?"
Well, it's a fair thought, but we don't know when it was lost. We don't know how the Minotaurs came into possession of it. We know that they clearly had it. My sense, frankly, praying for guidance, was that this treasure came to us for a reason. And that was my sense, that it came to us for a reason. Trying to return it could raise questions of its own, which we're undeserving of. We're not the ones who waylaid the coins, after all. We merely took them from these marauders.
Yes.
I understand the concern, but it seemed like in some ways there wasn't a winning solution, other than the fact that it helps us become better and more stout defenders of our fair city.
This paladin's giving away the game.
And they both kind of give each other worried glances, and then Hemlock says, "Yes, I understand the complexity of the situation, although Absalom has a reputation well earned, I would point out, for treating anybody that interferes with their commerce with the utmost severity." Jilbar, is this chest, do you think, a one-off, or was this part of a larger shipment that was stolen or lost?
Outside of a vignette that I have no sense of beyond the meta, I have no way to... I know sometimes chests are sent in mass. I also know that they may be sent in smaller number. It is hard to say. Have you heard anything that would indicate some sort of massive loss or any news that would be relevant to this?
No, I have not. Mayor, have you heard anything? Well, not exactly, although we did have a delegation from Absalom come while you were gone, and they were asking some questions about...
Last evening?
Yes. And it was an outrider, and they had asked if certain persons were here that I'd never heard of, but once we told them that wasn't the case, we had not heard of these people, they wrote off.
If I may ask, who were the people they were asking or inquiring about?
They were, I don't know, but they were asking about, Hemlock, do you remember? No, we had never heard of them, and I didn't really make note of it. I didn't think much of it.
DTD is going to turn to Jilbar and say, "This is your fault." And then he's going to pull out his 9mm. in each of their heads.
So, on that note, they say, well, it's no matter. I'm sure if it's something more, maybe it had nothing to do with this. Maybe they're just chasing out fugitives.
Yeah, maybe.
Again, we can't repay you for the saving Shalelu, and this is just so overwhelming. I don't know how to advise what to do with this chest. I can only say that the official position of Sandpoint and the government of Sandpoint is that this is none of our business, and I don't, if asked or if pressed, I am going to have to honestly reply that I don't know anything about an Absalom shipment of gold.
I think there is wisdom in that official position. I appreciate your.
But you understand what I'm saying, Jilbar. This works two ways. I will disavow any knowledge of this. And Sheriff Hemlock will second me on that. Will you not, Sheriff? And he kind of looks at her, looks at you. Quite right.
Who has the highest sense motive?
Oh, jeez, let's see.
Because mine sucks.
Anyone want to do a sense motive?
Mine's pretty good. I got 8.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
aid ya.
I got a 0.
I'll aid you.
Yeah, you can aid.
Okay.
If you do aid, though, you'll have to. So aiding in this way, you would whisper something to Jilbar. If you pass your aid.
Or even after the fact, we could converse about it.
12.
I would say.
I would.
Yeah, because.
Study his eyes,
Jilbar.
Jilbar, and I aid you.
First see if you aid, and then I'll
I
decide.
rolled a 9. I got a 19.
Okay, so
Well,
Jilbar aid,
I'm
or
gonna-
so he aids. What did you roll, Jilbar?
right now I'm at an 18 before any aids.
Okay, so with an aid, you're at a 20. You get the sense that, and DTD, you guys can confer about this later, but you get the sense that, you know, Mayor Deverin is a savvier political operator than people give her credit for, and she comes from a noble family who's had to be that way in order to survive for generations. You get the sense that she's basically saying, you know, this was a black op, and I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of this chest, and if anybody asks me, I'm going to say I've never heard of it, and you guys are on your own. And any negative or positive repercussions of that are yours to deal with. But what she's not asking for you to do, and you also think this might be a nod to a way she feels like she can repay you without having to do anything. She's basically, you get the sense, Jilbar, she's basically saying, I'm going to turn the other way on this, but,
If it goes bad, we're on our own.
well, but more importantly, we've owed you some favors, and you just cashed a couple of them in.
Fair.
And
one thing-
DTD, you might want to confer with DTD on that because I think he may have a different perspective on what the town owes you guys.
Well, I'm going to confer with Jilbar after this conversation is over.
Okay.
And read him the fucking rights. Why are you telling them anything about this?
That's
You
fair.
Stupid.
All right, so Jilbar, you guys, and they say, well, you must be tired, and we'll let you go. Oh, and Hemlock says, Jilbar, if you still want to question Vin and Ivor, they're still in the gale. You know I don't want to bother you, and you had this terrible side thing I asked you to do to save Shalelu, but the investigation you're leading is still quite raw. And
I thought we had questioned Vin. I don't remember if we questioned the other guy, but we definitely questioned Vin.
did you? Oh yeah, you did. You
Yeah.
did. But Ivor, you haven't yet. And you know, do you guys need a refresher as to what happened? Do you guys remember you went to the mill? The two, Vin's daughter and the owner of the mill were slain. You smelled the meat, the rotting meat on the other.
The ghouls.
The ghouls. The other major thing that happened was there were 3 travelers who were waylaid by somebody and slain. That was the other murder that you guys investigated the bodies of. And you found out that the guys were slain, and one of them had ghoul fever. Do you remember this? Maybe I'll refresh everybody.
Yeah. Mini vignettes.
Yeah.
It's the lopper. what's his name? Is it the chopper?
Oh, the chopper, yeah.
Chopper.
Chopper. The lopper.
Yeah, so it's handout 2-2. So you guys remember that there were three gentlemen, Mortwell, Hask, and Tabe. And the lordship, whoever the lord was, had asked them, the deal has come about that I need capital for. It involves property and gold, and though I'm not at liberty to tell you the exact details, it will make us all rich. Come to Bradley's barn in Cougar Creek tonight. We can talk and discuss our futures. And then Hemlock's men found two of these gentlemen were murdered, and another one was kind of a gibbering fool. Let me get to that. Second.
Right, and then there was like the owner of the lumber mill, and the other guy that he was partners with. And the deal was going bad, right?
Yeah, let me just reread what I had read to you guys. Sheriff Hemlock explained to you that 2 days ago, at this point, 4 days ago, a patrol of guards along the Lost Coast Road were assaulted by a deranged man near the abandoned barn south of town near Cougar Creek. The man was obviously sick and insane, his flesh fevered, eyes wild, mouth frothing, and clothes caked with blood. The guards subdued him, but when they checked the inside of the barn, they discovered the mutilated bodies of 3 men. Although all 3 bodies were too far disfigured to identify, one of them was carried a piece of parchment, and that's what I just read you guys. The note identifies the bodies as Tark Mortwell, Lenar Hask, and Gedwin Tabe, 3 notorious con men and swindlers known well to the sheriff Hemlock as local troublemakers. He personally forbade the 3 men from operating their con games and barely legal operations in Sandpoint, and wasn't particularly surprised at that time to find them murdered. It was only the matter of time before they tried to swindle someone other than them. But in light of the mill murders and the fact that Mortwell, Hask, and Tabe all bore the same 7-pointed marking Sahadrin ruin on their chests, Hemlock is convinced there's something worse than revenge afoot. And then you knew they were all in the Sandpoint garrison, you investigated them. But the other thing is that the insane man, the 3 bodies were all in state, but the insane man that you found was identified as one Grace Sevilla, a local Varisian thug. He's been given over by the sheriff to the care of Aaron Habe, a caretaker of an independent sanatorium south of town.
We have not investigated that yet.
You have not.
Seems like a good place to go.
And just as that's happening, Sheriff Hemlock comes up to you and says, "Gentlemen, I know I've asked you to do a lot, but this Grace Sevilla, I sent him to the sanatorium run by Aaron Habe, south of town, and the man was a gibbering madman, but if there's any clues to the murder, it might be in his addled brain, and hopefully Dr. Habe has figured out a way to unlock his secrets. If you wish, I can give you a letter of safe conduct, a letter of introduction to Dr. Habe, so he would let you examine him. Is that something you'd like?"
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, so he'll do that, and then just as he says, "Very well, give me an hour or 2 and I shall have it to you." And then Jill Barr, you and the other Heroes of Sandpoint, by now it's about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and you are all gathering together to kind of reflect on everything that's happening. Everybody says they're going to go wash up, change whatever. You go back to the vaulted arms, and as you're walking up, you see Renata playing with the children and laughing, and she's spinning one of them around, and they're playing some sort of game, and they're all laughing, and you kind of have a half smile come over your face, and all of a sudden that makes you reflect on your past, something that happened to you.
Well, it makes me think about a very different scene, and it sort of blacks out for a minute. And a different sort of scene arises, and the screen goes black, and then for a second you think it's black, but you see in the distance there is a port town along the inner sea, and a little scroll goes across the bottom, which says Totra, Osirian. The year, 40, let me get this right, hold on. The year is 4689, so approximately 18 years ago in Absalom Reckoning. And it kind of, you see this port city, and you kind of go down into the port section, which is closing down for the night. And then it goes in further, and you see down along the docks, you see what appears to be a young silver-haired lad, similar to the lad you saw some time ago, crawling up these dragon bones jutting out of the escarpment along the ocean. Jilbar was worried they were too late. After finding out about the attack on their Alcazar, he had convinced Amir to return to Totra, as he saw no hope in fleeing into the desert without proper gear and guides. But as they approached the city, the smoldering ruins of their ancestral home were visible evidence that the destruction of their family was nearly complete. His parents, his brother, his sister, their whole family were most likely dead. The city gates were nearly always open, but Jilbar knew that even though they had made better time returning from Sandworm Beach on the camels he had purchased, there was a very good chance they were already being hunted. The Tawerkin clan would not want to leave any heir to the Hepsukin line alive to contest the lies they had used as pretext for their vicious attack. Outside of the view of the gates, he and Amira had dismounted and tethered the camels as riding in withdrawn wanted attention. They pulled up the hoods on their ragged cloaks that they had also traded for, and entered the city via the sea gate, as close to the docks as possible. The air of Totra was rife with tension, and rumors about the ruin of the Hepsukin clan were all too easy to overhear. It was now several hours past sunset, and the wharfs of Totra were close to shutting down for the night. There were still a few fishing boats unloading their catches and rinsing the docks of the ships. A handful of merchant stalls were still open, but even those were starting to dismantle their displays for the evening. They needed to find a ship, and quickly. Amira, we have to start with the foreign traders, Jilbar said softly. The ones here on this wharf. Why? She hesitated. They won't even know who we are. Yes, that's precisely the point, cousin. We don't want them to know who we are. Not now, he said as he pointed at his silver hair that was pulled back and mostly concealed by the cowl of his own hood. Sorry, I just forgot what I'm sorry, she said thickly as she wiped the tears off her face. No, Amira, I am sorry, cousin. We shouldn't have to be dealing with this. You shouldn't have to be dealing with this. But we have no choice, he said as he pulled her close. We find a ship now, right now, or we are dead by morning. Perhaps sooner. Jilbar stepped back while still holding her shoulders. Amira, you can do this. Start with the first ship there. Ask where they're headed, and if they're taking passengers. It does not matter where they are headed. Wherever they are going, we are headed there too. And tell them we can pay, and we'll pay more to leave tonight with the tide. Do you understand? Yes. Good, then go now, while I stand watch here. Jilbar smiled at her as she nodded and started towards the nearest boat. He was worried she would break down, yet again, but as she approached the ship, two of the sailors hailed her. Even in a coarse cloak, she still had her curves. Unfortunately, even the amorous nature of the sailors didn't help land a berth on the first ship, nor the second, third, fourth. He didn't need to hear what was being said. It seemed clear as soon as she mentioned leaving tonight. She was rejected immediately each time. Jilbar could tell Amira was reaching her breaking point. And then he heard a disturbance in the upper wharf as a contingent of soldiers entered the C-square.
Yes.
It couldn't be a coincidence. There was no time left. He moved down and grabbed Amira's hand as he reached her and started down the pier. Come with me, Amira. We need to get further down, out, further away from the square. The shuttered boats and empty slips as they moved further along were disheartening. Amira was crying openly, and the calls of disruption in the square were rising. Then Jilbar caught a glimpse of something that made his heart jump. The masthead on a ship towards the end of the pier was a double eagle. In fact, the golden double eagle of Abadar. Amira, we may have found our ship. Come with me, hurry, Jilbar said as he grabbed her hand and started down the dock. Just then, a wind came off the bay and caught under Jilbar's hood, blowing the cowl back and revealing his long silver hair. As they approached the vessel the Eagle Soul, a sour-looking man stood near the prow. The lout even had made it a point to spit on the dock in front of them as they approached. Till, this would be your speaking part.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was the green, not the purple.
Oh, sorry.
What do you want?
Yeah, do the purple as well.
All right. What do you want, pretty girl and pretty boy?
We need to speak with the master of this fine vessel, and we have matters of gold to discuss, Jilbar said as forcefully as he dared, while grabbing the golden amulet from around his neck, breaking the chain to brandish the family heirloom. The man hesitated briefly, and Jilbar knew he had to make the correct impression. My friend, the master of a vessel as fine as this surely knows gold, and must know a valuable opportunity when it stands before him. He will wish to speak with us, now. The old sailor snarled, but Jilad attracted enough attention from the ship. Jilbar knew he had possibly made an enemy, but one who was now cornered.
Captain Falto, there are two kids here that are playing at being rich and wish to speak with the master of this ship, the man said, dripping with sarcasm, as he yelled over his shoulder, Should I send them away?
Moments passed as Jilbar's heart pounded in his chest. Then a sharp but distinct voice cut through the noise of the wharf.
Not just yet, Hadid. I would speak with them first. Allow them to board. Bring them to me and prepare to launch on my command.
Jilbar led Amir up the gangplank, past the withering glare of the surly sailor, and then they were led to the front of the ship. As they approached the seated figure, Jilbar could feel the greedy eyes of nearly all of the sailors, as he held forth the heavy golden amulet of An-Hepsu in his right hand. He knew the gold of the amulet alone was worth more than all of the sailors on the boat likely made in a year combined. Then Jilbar was close enough for the captain to see the amulet of An-Hepsu shining forth in his hand. Cries were coming closer and closer up from the dock, but a decision was already made. The seated figure stood up, and a sharp voice began to issue commands.
Bosun Hadid, launch us now, immediately. Everyone man your position and be ready for defensive maneuvers. We are to leave the harbor.
The captain was moving quickly towards them, even as he yelled at the crew.
You two will have much to discuss later, but for now you have bought your passage upon the Eagle Soul. I will hold this trinket as my payment. Do you agree to these terms?
He said as he put his hand on the amulet. Yes, we do, Captain. Jilbar and Amira Hepsukin at your service. I'm pleased to be on your ship. Jilbar released his birthright to the captain in one of the very last connections to his slaughtered family.
Captain Gaspar Felicia West of Westcrown. Now stay out of the way and stay out of sight.
And the scene dims, and once again it flashes to Jilbar looking at his family and thinking about how lucky and blessed he was to escape and start his own new life.
It's a refugee story.
Woo! Well done. All right, a little bit more about Jill Barr, coloring in that three-dimensionality. All right, so you guys all kind of clean up or whatnot, and you reconvene at the Dragon, and it's 4 p.m.
Yes.
And you all come in together, and Ameko, she bids you to your table, and Mimsy comes over and gives you guys all some drinks. And
I'll
Dojo,
take 2.
okay, Glurp gets 2 tankards, and Dojo gets his hot water with lemon or whatever the hell he gets. Yes, Joe. And then Dojo, or just then, Shalelu comes out, and she looks a million times better. It's clear she's gotten some magical healing and has gotten a bath and changed. She still has some bruises all over her face, but she's healing quickly. She says, "Gentlemen, I just wanted to come and thank you once again for what you did for me. I quite literally would not be alive without your help. To say I owe you one is an understatement." Anyone say anything?
No.
Shalelu, you have always aided our town, and it is the least we can do to return the favor. The number of times you have saved Sandpoint from threat goes beyond number. If anyone from Sandpoint, including us, could repay that, it's the least we could do.
Well, thank you. I know this sounds crazy, but I need to get back on the road to track those Minotaurs. I think they still may be a threat. But don't worry, I'm not going alone this time. And just as she says that, you see out of your corner of the eye walking in Brad Pitt or Devrin Hosk back in town. Gentlemen, well met. It seems that you have saved a precious jewel for me. I can't help but tell you how grateful I am, and if it were not for you, I might have lost that which is more precious than gold. And then they look at each other and smile. I will be accompanying Miss Shalelu, and we, together, with the tacit approval of the Pathfinder Society, will be rooting out this Minotaur evil. They better be running, or they will fear the icy sperm of my blade.
Wow.
And my bow, she says. And then they both laugh, and they skip out of the room. And you're like, boy, these guys are a couple of them. So, it looks like you've been cleared to close, and you can focus on the investigation. Habe's Sanatorium is beckoning.
What do we do with the money?
And just then, before we get to that, Ameko comes up and says, "Hey guys, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you one more time, and I hear rumor has it you're going up to Habe's Sanatorium to talk to that nut job they found. Is that true?"
We're gonna pump him for some information.
I think I probably have a story right now. Hold on.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I wish you well, and I just wanted to warn you, I don't know what you know about this Habe guy, but I've heard some weird stuff coming out of that place, and I don't think I totally trust him, so just watch your six.
Can you be more specific?
Intellectuals and us professors and kind of doctor types are misunderstood. I'm sure it's just a simple misunderstanding. I'm sure he's quite an affable chap.
Yes, well, there are a lot of words I could use to describe old Habe, but affable is not one of them. But you know your business. Good luck to y'all. And then she turns and walks away. And
Like storming the castle.
Just a question, has it been long enough, because we had contracted a bunch of stuff from the 2 magic shops. Is any of that available?
Well,
That's
in
still in the
game
works.
time, it's only been about, what, 24 hours?
Just check it.
So, did I
That's
tell
for sure.
everybody, does everybody remember the time frames I gave for all their stuff?
I think it was 2 or 3 days for me.
Yeah, I think it was mostly 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, so you think you're probably gonna have to wait a day or 2 more.
Okay.
So, how do you guys want to handle this? You do know Habes, if you go and check out the map, let me get you over to the Sandpoint Hinterlands map. If you all check it out, should see it. I've actually done you the solid of. Do you see that blue line I've drawn from Sandpoint down south?
Yep.
That is the road through a couple farming communities to where Habes is.
4 days away.
And it's just on the northern slopes of the Ashen Rise, which is sort of another tor. Similar to the Devil's Platter, where you guys just had your encounter with the Minotaurs. So, we're going to, so just as you're reflecting on that, the screen fades once again into black.
Oh.
And we have our 3rd vignette of the night.
Yikes.
Juicy.
And you just see the Chiron coming over the screen, abandoned lodge near Ashwood, south of Sandpoint. The hearth had long gone cold in the ruined lodge, but the air still reeked of old smoke and damp ash. Boards sagged underfoot, warped by decades of coastal fog and neglect. Somewhere behind the shattered window panes, wolves howled into the night, their cries swallowed by the vast emptiness of the ashwood. Dr. Aaron Habe stood alone in the wreckage, and the flickering lantern in his gloved hand cast long shadows across the exposed beams and mold-covered furniture. His coat was heavier now, stained from weeks of travel, but his posture was unbowed. His eyes held a cold, bright fire. A voice rose from the darkness, smooth, dry, amused. It lacks charm, yes, but it has privacy. Habe didn't turn. He simply raised the lantern higher. The light caught the edge of a figure standing in what once had been a kitchen doorway. A tall man clad in a robe of layered black on charcoal. Its trim stitched in twisted bone motifs. His face was obscured by a silver mask wrought in the shape of a skull's lower half, though the eyes above it glittered with an unnatural pallor. Dr. Habe, the man said, stepping forward. His boots didn't stir the dust. I'm told you are a man in search of freedom and patience. Habe regarded him warily. And you are? The necromancer chuckled softly. A benefactor. One with deep pockets and a long-standing interest in the boundaries between life, death, and madness. He produced a satchel from beneath his cloak and tossed it haphazardly on the table. It landed with a clink. Gold glimmered between the drawstrings. A dozen obsidian tokens bearing sigils of Nidalee origin fell loose among the coins. Necromantic spell anchors. Rare. Dangerous. Illegal in most of Varesia. Habe approached cautiously, eyes narrowing. And what do you want in return? The necromancer stepped closer, his voice lowering to a whisper. Nothing you wouldn't want. I only require access. A room, perhaps two, somewhere private. Your work is yours, Dr. Habe. Your cures, your treatments, your research. Oh, I might have locked it, sorry. Yeah, just go around, bud. Sorry, your cures. Where was I? Dr. Habe, your cures, your treatments, your research. But on occasion, you will look the other way when certain patients are reassigned. That is all. He gestured to the ruined structure. This place can be remade. My servants will arrive within the week to begin reconstruction. The woods will keep your secrets, and Sandpoint, in its quaint ignorance, will be all too grateful for a new clinic when the next blood fever season returns. Habe's hands twitched, whether with revulsion or temptation. Even he wasn't sure. And what of Chancellor Hightower? And what of Chancellor Hightower, Julian Hightower, and the Oversight Council that so unceremoniously dispatched me? They don't know you exist, the necromancer said simply. Not anymore. There was silence for a long moment, broken only by the creak of settling beams. Then Habe exhaled through his nose and extended his hand. The necromancer grasped it with a gloved palm, colder than the stones of a grave. Welcome to your new calling, Dr. Habe. The scene fades, and then you see the Chiron on the screen 1 month later. A new building had arisen in the southern fork road between Sandpoint and the Whisperwood Trail. It bore a humble name, the Saintly Haven of Respite. Its windows were shuttered, its doors guarded. No visitors were allowed after sundown. Inside, Dr. Habe once again moved through the quiet, antiseptic halls. His files were locked and organized, his patients sedated and isolated. A new ward, below ground, had no official record at all. Down there, in the dark, his benefactor's work had already begun. Somewhere, in the depths of the Institute, a patient awoke strapped to a cold slab. They could not scream, not because they were gagged, but because the spell inked across their tongue no longer permitted it. Outside, a wooden sign creaked in the wind. Saintly Haven, where broken minds are made whole. Fade out.
That's where we're going.
And you guys come back to the moment, and you're all drinking a brew.
Double
Don't cost nothing.
Don't cost nothing. So what do you do? It's about 4:30.
How long is it to get to the sanitarium?
It's about, if you took the road, it's about 2 hours.
My friends, it seems like the sanitarium is our next step, but I don't know that we need to leave with dark coming on. I think perhaps it is better to go there in the morning. What say the rest of you?
Agreed.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Yeah, what are you guys, a bunch of wimps or heroes?
We deserve to celebrate. We've just come back victorious.
What are we gonna do about the money?
Oh yeah, the money.
Yeah, you guys have some unfinished business
Yeah.
here.
Or perhaps we should discuss that at the Vaulted Arms, where there's less years around.
Yeah, and you do see, to that point, John, make a perception check as you're gazing around the room.
That's an 18 for me.
Anybody else?
Sure.
That's pretty low.
That was good.
Less than John.
And a 20.
All right, mine's good. Just give me a second.
I think 29 minutes.
I've got a.
Ooh, I forget about this.
29.
Couple 29s. Those of you with the 29s, as as DTD says that, you guys are all kind of brooding and your eyes all instinctively sweep around the room. It's early evening, people are coming in for dinner and drinks. You see all the way across on the other side of the tavern, so if you guys are in the corner and the front door is over here, way on the other side in the front corner, you see a brooding figure in long cloak, like a traveler's cloak and his hood over, finishing a drink, and you see somebody else walking up to him and whispering something, and you see him give a furtive glance toward you guys and then walk out.
Wait, do we know who that is?
Nope. You don't recognize him, and the person who glanced at or who whispered, kind of like you kind of look over, and then there's like a crowd of people, and you're trying to look and see, and he had gone back into the corner, and there's a side exit, and when you kind of get up to walk over there, he's gone too.
Something is afoot mysteriously.
Should we go to the arms then?
Well, somebody should follow him. Can we get a beat on this guy?
You go
Do we
outside
want
and kind
to
of look
meet up?
down the street, and there's nobody there.
Too bad Dojo's not here.
Too bad.
I think we can prove either way.
Well, are you guys fine talking about this somewhere private?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Let's go to your
There's a lovely park just down the road.
So once we're back at the arms, DTD, your question is spot on. I worry that with this much, many of these coins, I'm not sure where they came from. But I happen to know quite a hot forge nearby where perhaps we could just make them into gold bars.
Bullion.
Bullion.
I don't know what you think of that idea, but it might it might at least give us some deniability if it comes to that.
I have a problem with that. Bars seem so unimaginative. What about balls or rhombuses or possibly a dodecahedron? Like, why just settle for bars, really, Jabbar? I feel like we're limiting ourselves here.
I don't need this working class hero bullshit.
But other than that, melting them down is a
Melting
fine
them
idea.
down, but where
I agree.
What say you, DTD?
I'm fine with melting them down, but where are we going to keep them?
That's a great question as well.
Eridan volunteers to hold them.
I missed
Yeah,
part
I mean,
of
we
that.
have some-
How are you going to melt them down? Where?
We have some minimal defenses at the vaulted arms, but I don't know that leaving him here is the best of ideas.
How are you going to melt this down into bullion?
I mean, how much does it weigh?
250.
So, he can do it at his vaulted arms.
Okay.
Good alternative to gold cock rings.
Yes.
I mean, do you have like all the equipment to do that? At the
I've got a forge. I would assume that I have enough. If I have a working forge, I would assume we have everything we need to melt them down and put them into another form.
I feel like that'd be the easiest thing.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't know what we're going to do with it then is a great question because we can keep carrying it with us, but I don't know how heavy that is.
We need to set up a money laundering system.
Yeah.
John, you also know, you have your connections at Magnumar. You also know that a couple things go through your head. You had prayed for guidance from Abadar, and you think he gave you clear guidance, and you feel like you might owe a tithe.
Yeah, I'm
That
kinda
goes
wondering
without saying.
how old the
I
paladin
feel like a cleric Abadar probably has a safe on premise of some sort, right? I mean, come on.
Right, no, I feel like we definitely do, but the question is, do we want to leave that much coin here when we know there's people looking for it?
And you also know people are looking, or at least talking about you.
Well, isn't there a local bank we can put it in here too?
Nope.
Nope.
That would not be a good idea, no.
No one's got to know. Bury it.
You could bury it, do that whole trick. John, you think you do have connections in Magnamar, but the problem would be getting it there.
Right. But Habes is south, Magnamar's also south, correct?
Yep.
So maybe
different
the
direction.
NBA game is tonight. We spend a couple hours melting it down, and then we just take it with us and figure it out later.
Now, just to throw this out there, if we are, being surveilled, i.e. by that guy in the cloak or whatever, is having a lit forge going off the very night we come back into town pretty much a flag that we're doing something?
I don't think so, because I would think, I've got a couple of apprentices, the highest ranking of which are High Tech and Mateus. I'd say the forge is probably at 4 o'clock in the afternoon still going, and if it was going at 7 or 8, that wouldn't be terribly unusual.
John, as a precaution, you would probably at least consider the fact that if you were going to do this plan, you would want to excuse your apprentices, and you would do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that doesn't mean the forge being on is a red flag.
You also could pull a Navy SEAL and do some, if he was doing that, you guys could be posted outside and put an overwatch and all that.
Sure. We'll do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably need at least one person to help me, but everybody else could be.
Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, let me get you back to the map of Sandpoint. There you go. Put everybody on there. Like, I know where the vaulted arms is. Let me get rid of this huge picture of. That's the vaulted arms where Jill Barr just put himself. If you guys want to put yourselves, or you want to do, tell me what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Just,
Whose house is this up here?
That is the guard tower. We'll say that's part of the guard tower because I don't honestly know.
Yeah, what I might do is I might actually have Mateus and High Tech watch the lower apprentices and actually watch the kids, and I might have Renata help me.
There you go.
She's pretty handy with things. She's certainly helped me in the forge before, and getting all hot and sweaty while melting down 20,000 gold pieces worth of shit. There's something kind of hot about that.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably you would tell her about this regardless, right?
Exactly.
I do not see the professor on here or Chauncey. Just saying.
I see Ziggy.
Oh yeah. Hold on. That's my bad. Let me get them on there. Woo.
Ah!
Oh, my bedhead.
Excellent. That is right there. That's exactly. Just traveling the vaulted arms and like a giant, a class hits.
Yeah, he's cast a spell and he's just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy. Let me give you control over him.
Yeah, perfect. If you want to make things simpler, we can just assume wherever bedhead is, Chauncey is.
Yeah, do that just for now.
And vaulted arms is 5, is that true, or is it?
Nope, vaulted arms is where
Right
Jill
here.
Barr needs
See where
to
I'm
be at.
pinging?
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna stay on the backside. I'm gonna just be smoking my pipe, hanging out at the back door right there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be up at that guard area, just like a vagrant or whatever, sitting on the road. But I really want to watch this south pass because I've got a really nice view of all these buildings along here. Just see if anybody suspicious comes along.
And keep
Where's
in mind,
Lord?
you've got
Exit
guards.
11.
You've got guards at the north gate 24/7. You see where I'm picking?
Yeah.
Just-
So if
yeah.
I could put my back against a wall at this little
Yeah.
hobble here, just pretend like I'm begging passerbys for some little coin, and otherwise minding my own business, eating a raw hunk of bread or something.
Maybe
Just
some salted fish, some pickled herring.
exactly something of the pickled variety.
Yeah, real off-putting.
Some pickled jalapenos.
Yes.
All right. So Joe Barr, give me a
Where's
craft.
Glurk? I feel like Glurk needs to be positioned himself real quick.
It's down here.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll move him. Where do you guys want him? I don't know where he went. Glurky.
Right there.
He could just be at the front door.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
doing.
I'm
Yeah.
Up the door.
All right, so Joe Barr, give me a craft blacksmithing check.
All right, give me 1 second. Sweet, and I will go ahead. This is kind of an important role, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of my 3 uses of inexplicable luck on this.
Juicy.
So that is a 25.
Yeah, perfect. You and Renata, with your combined skills, are doing a bang-up job. And you think you can finish this by maybe 3 a.m.?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, if somebody comes to let us know, I'll tell them it's going,
Yep.
friends, it's going well, but this is going to take a bit of time. We may be here early into the morning at least.
I fall asleep around 11:30.
Well, and those of you who want to go to bed, like, do you want Ice Die up, or is he kind of not really helpful in this, and just tell him to go get rest for
He's
tomorrow?
up and paying attention. He keeps falling asleep, but Chauncey's awake and keeps, Professor, wake up. So I keep falling asleep, but Chauncey keeps me up.
Okay, and then get, I need stealth checks from Aridin, Bedhead, and Glurk. You're not trying to hide, right?
No.
So you're fine. DTD, what are you doing?
I'm being stealthy.
Give me a stealth check.
30.
Perfect. DTD.
11.
11.
It was a -2.
Okay, happily Glurk doesn't have to, but so DTD, you're trying to be stealthy, and you think you're doing a good job,
Sweet.
but then there's like a chicken that runs across the road, and you accidentally back up and step on it, and it just goes, and you hear out by the guard tower, what was that? Hey, Kington, go check on it. All right. And Kington comes down the road. All right, lads. And he sees you, Glurk. Ah, Glurk! What are you doing out here?
Just watching the moonlight.
Did you hear a squawk?
It was probably a goat.
A goat? There aren't any goats in Sandpoint.
Oh, you know, a farm animal.
Okay, well, just keep half an eye out. There might be some dangerous goats out here.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
And then he goes back. All right, other than that, we'll say it gets to 3 a.m. and you've completed your mission. Now what do you do?
Go to bed.
What do you do with the gold?
Joe Bar's got to make some love, but then he can go to bed.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do with
Him or what?
What are you gonna do with the gold?
Are we, my friends, are we planning to take them with us, or do we think we should stash them somewhere here? Either way, I'd say we wait till morning, but for the evening, we can keep them, divide them up and keep them with us.
Will they fit in the handy haversack? Not to use someone else's item, but now that they're smaller.
No, the handy haversack only holds like 20 pounds.
And the rent that he would charge us is just exorbitant.
Yeah. I really lost.
Everything that
I
goes
lost
into the
the
handy
two bakers just hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't trust each
Just
of
to
you
be
as far
his
as I could
friend.
throw them with a handy haversack full of gold ingots. Or ingots.
You never see this motherfucker again.
Alright, so what do you do with this money?
What do you guys think? Should we take them with us, or do we want to try and
Should we
stash them
just
somewhere?
should we just split it up right now?
I mean,
I think we should try and take him with us. Did you ever get a response how heavy that was?
250 pounds, didn't I say?
Yeah.
250?
Well, that was what
Divided by
you
five?
could assume what the chest might have been some of that, but assume 225.
200, just to make life easier, divided by 5, 40 pounds each.
I mean,
I
Chauncey
can't-
could carry some.
Portion in the handy haversack.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could.
but between us, maybe we can carry 40 pounds between the two of us, probably. 20 pounds each, we're not that strong.
I am going to be a stickler on encumbrance if you guys are just carrying gold around.
No, I'm gonna leave
Can we
with
carry, can we dig a hole?
That's a lot of
And
gold
maybe-
and platinum. Oh, and that's another question. How are you distributing the platinum?
Well, I would say maybe we carry the platinum because that is a fraction. That's 1/10.
Yep.
That's about 25 pounds.
Yeah.
And then maybe we carry it with us just outside of town, find a place, get off the path, go 50 feet into the woods, and bury the gold and carry the platinum with us.
Sure, I like it.
That works.
All right. So we'll say you guys go to bed. Are you setting an alarm? When do you want to leave for Habes?
I mean,
I need to
sunrise.
sleep. I'm gonna wake up at 11. Don't wake me up before 11. Some of us need 8 hours of sleep. We're magic users.
Early bird gets the
children will
worm.
probably wake me and Renata up fairly early. There's no getting around that. We're going to catch as much sleep as quickly as we can after, we're spent.
Well, what time do you guys want to leave?
Noon.
No, sunrise.
Sounds good.
Well, if you leave at sunrise, magic users, are you going to have a problem with that?
Oh, I forgot what time it was.
I don't think anybody used spells
Yeah,
yesterday,
I
did
think
they?
we're still fresh.
Yeah, well, I did. I mean, well, yesterday, I'm sorry, I was gone. Did we come back and spend a whole day after we
Yeah.
come back?
Yeah.
We were in the pub the whole day.
Yeah, then we're fine. Yeah,
Alright.
that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, we can leave a little bit earlier, get a half night at least, and maybe plan to leave around 10.
You're all pussies.
All right. So you leave at about.
8 hours to memorize spells.
What just happened?
What was that, Till?
Doesn't Tim also need 8 hours to memorize spells? Like, if he didn't cast them? Calling us pussies. You're the pussy, Lurk.
I just want to get going early. Early
All right,
to bed,
so I
early
switch
to
you.
rise.
I switch you guys on the map. You're gonna follow this blue path going south, and let me make a random encounter roll.
Ooh.
All right, fingers crossed.
Can we go through the mountains instead of around?
Well, go to that Devil's Plateau.
Yeah, let's up the DC a little bit by going up to the mountains.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, so you guys aren't doing this road?
We are doing that.
Yeah, we're following
that
the
up.
road.
Being a dork.
Okay. So the trip goes uneventfully. At one point, Aridin, you're not sure, but kind of like in Lord of the Rings, you feel like somebody's following you.
Mm.
And you get to Heroes Sanitarium.
Woohoo!
the counter?
Nothing. Sorry, bro.
Dang.
But I will show you Habes.
Put 2 arrows in him.
Okay, you guys should just see a little doorstep corner.
Yep.
I don't. Let's see.
Upper left.
Hold on. Okay, there it is.
Who's this?
Who is it, Did?
Oh, there it is.
Who is that?
Dojo?
No. Oh, that's
No,
that's you,
That's
Bedhead.
me.
Yeah, that's what Bedhead looks like.
That's what I look like right now, and that's what I do look like. That's me with my dwarf disguise on.
Gotcha, alright.
Yeah.
All right, so you get up to
goblin in a
Hades.
town that was just attacked by goblins.
And
You're handsome.
I'm super hairy as a dwarf. I really don't know what a dwarf looks like. I have met very few of them, but I'm disguising myself as one.
so, guys, this is what you know about Habes from the townsfolk. The saintly haven of respite, better known locally as Habe Sanitarium, is run by Aaron Habe, an expert on disease and mental derangement. Independently wealthy from his years as a doctor in Magnamar, as the story goes. He chose to build this sanatorium on a remote dale south of Sandpoint because of its seclusion. He hoped that here his wards would find the peace of mind they needed to heal, just as he himself hoped to find the privacy to continue his experiments into what caused their respective dementia without worrying about other folk misunderstanding his methods. So you kind of know that going in, and as you walk up, you see a newly built building, nothing, kind of nondescript, white, I have no fucking idea what it looks like.
I think it would look spooky.
Yeah, it
I'm
does look,
basically the house right now.
Is this like a deck here?
yeah, it's like stairs, kind of.
There's a hot
And is this a wall down here, or are there like a bunch of minotaurs we don't see?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got distracted by that, but this is what, this is the vision of Habe Sanatorium and Rise of the Rune Lords, one of the wikis. I'm not sure if I agree with it, but let's go with it. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. Let me download it. Okay, done. Let me upload it. Boom, 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 boom. Artwork, yeah. Artwork, yeah. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really?
Bang. Bang.
Yay, right here. Okay.
Where are we going to see this?
Now I gotta maximize it.
Rasukin.
It's coming up in 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom.
Bang.
You see it?
Nope.
No.
Do you see it now?
Kepsukin.
Yes. Is
Yes.
this kind of a temple?
What?
Oriental temple, if I want to use it.
Yeah, that's the artist's reckoning of Habe Sanatorium, but the one thing it is right is it's a 3-story building. I don't know,
Okay.
so we can say that that's, I envision it more like an old Easter, like out somewhere northeast, like a white picket fence with some old creaky, but it's a new building, so I guess.
Or like a brick Victorian, like.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll go with that. It turns out that the architects were from Zinglast. How do you say that? Zingshalast?
Shinshalast, the ancient Thessalonian city?
Yeah.
I don't know how the
How come I just
architects could
got
be
pop-
from there unless they were rune lords.
Eric just got a polygon taken out.
It was of a modern building. So strange.
Oh no, I meant where's Mako from? What's the Asian?
Tianjie?
Yeah, that's what they look like. Looks like it's that.
Mm.
Okay,
I
moving right
ring the
along.
double bell as we enter.
So,
Keep in mind we have a letter introducing ourselves.
yes, you do. I'm glad you pointed that out. Oh, okay, so I take that back. This is what it says in the description, and you can see if that lines up with what we just saw. The squat stone building that serves as a sanatorium has 3 floors under a stout stone flagged roof. That's where they got the stone flagged, I guess. And is built on the lee of the limestone escarpment known as Ashen Rise. All doors are stout. That's a lot of use of stout. Stout wooden ones. And a brisk sense of cleanliness fills the place. Floors are scrubbed and walls are freshly painted white. Narrow windows, no more than 4 inches wide, allow for air circulation but are too small to allow access into the building. The somewhat sour smell of burning incense abounds, a scent that Dr. Habe has found soothes the most deviant minds. So that's kind of what you say. You walk up this series of steps and open it, and that's kind of what hits you. And there is a so these steps come up to this here is like a porch, kind of like, you know, you walk up in those southern homes and it's kind of like a porch, and here's the front door and there's a knocker on it.
Okay.
So you guys knock it and nothing happens. And you knock it again. You knock it again, and let me reveal, and then all of a sudden, you kind of hear, one moment, just wait. You open the door, and Dr. Habe himself is there. And he looks like this. I don't totally love this look either, but hey, I didn't design the game.
Where is he? I'm sorry. Is he
I'm blowing him up. 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Boom! You see him?
That's stupid.
You see him?
There's the polygon.
No, I put him there. You see him
there?
Dr. Aaron Habe. I kind of like the look. He looks like a British, actor. I don't know who.
He looks like
He's
an
very
NPC.
concerned.
Yeah.
Looks like Professor Quirrell.
Yeah, there you go. Professor Quirrell, he does. That's a good call. So who's that actor? That's who's playing him.
Pick your point.
Who?
Pick your point for 10.
Oh yeah, no thanks. I thought you said Meadowlark Lemon. All right, so hey, but
Yeah.
so he opens the door cautiously. He says, "What is it? Who are you?"
Greetings, Dr. Habe. My friends and I have been deputized by Sheriff Hemlock.
Hemlock.
There's been a series of incidents, and I believe you have a patient here that may have knowledge about it. I believe it's Vraced. Let me double check the name.
Yes, Sevilla, Grace Sevilla. And what is it of?
Yeah.
What of it?
Well, here's the document from the sheriff himself. He said you would be kind enough to allow us to...
Give it to me, and he snaps it out of your hand, and he
patient.
slams the door shut. And then, like 30 seconds later, it opens. Yes, come in, please. Apologies for being rude, but you can't trust anyone these days, and our work here at the sanatorium is quite sensitive. Please come into our reception room, all of you.
By the way, while the door was shut, I was going to go ahead and pull up Detect Magic so that when the door opens, I have that already up and will continue concentrating.
Okay. Let me just check something based on that piece of info. You do sense some magic emanating from him, but he's got a in his robes. You see, he's got like a for lack of a better term, like a belt pouch, a belt on with pouches on the side, and you see a couple potions in his right side, and you sense that there's some sort of healing magic, which you find kind of interesting, but you're not sure what that means.
Okay. I'm just going to keep that active and while we're potentially moving through here a little bit.
Yes, come in, please. My name is Dr. Aaron Habe, and this note from Hemlock says, Sheriff Hemlock, that I'm to give you every courtesy and show you around the sanatorium as you're trying to resolve some sort of murder investigation, I believe, as it says. May I know your names?
Yes, I am Jilbar Hapsukin.
Hapsukin!
Oh, Syrian, eh?
Professor Bedhead Einstein, PFA, PhD, MSA, blah, 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 blah.
First he says to you, Jilbar, when you say Hapsukin, he says, Syrian, you're a long way from home.
Yes, but I've been a resident of Sandpoint, I should say, for 8 years now.
8 years, quite. And then he looks at you, Bedhead, and a dwarf.
Yes, a dwarf. I am, yes. I am quite interested in your research here. I've done some of my own. More around psychedelics and narcotics than your use of magics, but we should compare notes. This is
psychedelics and narcotics, that's all a bunch of...
just a month ago.
That's a bunch of claptrap. He interrupts you. Psychedelics and narcotics, a bunch of claptrap. I will not be sharing my notes with you, sir. And who else is this?
My name is Don Terrius Davis. And that's all you need to know for now.
An honest man. Well met. If I may call you man.
Certainly.
And you? And he looks at you, Aridin.
Aridin the Sparrowhawk.
A sparrowhawk, you say?
Indeed.
Well met, Sparrowhawk.
Yes, well met indeed, friend.
And how about you? Who's the halfie in the corner?
Glurk.
Glurk, shouldn't you be sharecropping or taking care of a field somewhere?
Jesus.
There's nothing wrong with a good day's work.
Yes, I didn't know they let your people out of the farms.
You got fancy hands there, I see.
City hands.
Baltimore can be quite a
hands.
fun town if you have the right guide.
Yes, city hands indeed, he says.
Well, he looks very fancy.
City hands indeed. I suppose one of your kind might think that. And you, sir.
Hapsukin!
No, he's already introduced himself. He's looking at Dojo. My name is Dojo.
Son of
Gojo. Well,
Adopted by Hapsukin.
And he just nods at him. Well, so, what can I do for you? You'd like to visit our facilities, I understand. Well, they're open to you. Let me bring you into the room. The next room, if I may. And let me...
You may.
Polygon reveal that. Beow.
Why don't you take your top off?
Oh no, Horton.
Oh, Polygon revealed.
All right, so you see this other room that is like an L-shaped long chamber.
Long
Let
shape.
me read a little bit of description. Let's see, A4. This disused area serves as a combination kitchen and sewing room. And you see, it used to be used, Dr. Habe says he plans on using it as a kitchen eventually, but they're just getting settled in. And this is where we do feed some of our patients, and we also use it as a refectory and a sewing room. Yes, and at this point, let's me introduce you to a few of my colleagues. And at that, he says, "Ugh." He says, "Gorgeous, Gurnak, come." And let me just move something. And then you see out of a couple of rooms, all of a sudden a couple of doors open. And let me do a little reveal schmiveal.
Pecan.
Pecan reveal. Really having trouble with my pecan reveal tonight. Oh no.
Oh. What the?
Okay.
There.
Yeah. And then these two thugs come out of these doors.
Mm.
And yes, master. You want us to dispatch of this rabble? Oh no, these are friends. These are friends. And he says, let's see, he says,
Is he still up in the other room, or is he in this room with us?
no, he's with you. So he's right here. These are my compatriots here. God damn it, Horton.
11:05 is when things went off the rails.
Nothing good happens after 11:04 p.m.
That's right.
The goddamn sanatorium, why isn't it pulling up?
Too many polygons, not enough reveals.
Pegans gone wild.
For 1995.
Okay. This is kind of freaking me out now. What's going on? Nobody panic. No.
Well, as long as you said not to panic, I won't panic. But
Okay.
Too late. Yeah, already panicked.
Why is this not working? I'm gonna have to do a refresh.
oh, Glurk.
Uh-oh.
Shoddy Wi-Fi.
I blame the AV.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
Rebate.
I got good Wi-Fi here.
It's not the Wi-Fi.
Listen, I
Not
got
too much.
Okay, I'm back.
Insult him if you must, but never question the Wi-Fi.
But not his
I got
Wi-Fi.
X-Fi.
All right, I'm back. So,
Don't want to be a polyester bride.
So Gortys and Gurnak, after escaping slavery in Cheliax and stowing away on a ship bound for Magnamar, they responded to an advertisement for work along the Lost Coast. The promise of pay, free room and board, and most importantly, a remote place to hide out for a few years was too much to resist, and they've been working for Aaron ever since. Gortys and Gurnak are bullies and brutes. And they won't hesitate to get physical if Habe asks them to escort folks from the premises. So that's what those two are.
Mo and Miko.
Yeah. Is Abe telling us this, or do we just hear this voice in our heads?
Yeah, sorry, that was just me reading. So let me translate. This is Gorgeous and Gurnock. They're my assistants. Right, so where would you like to begin the tour? I suppose you want to
See
see
the bedrooms.
I suppose you want to see patients, eh? And you guys want to check out the room and all? You want to do some perception checks?
A lot of perceptione and detect magics up.
Not a lot going on magically, but you do see on the far end some staircases.
Convenient.
You see a locked door here. I'll ping it. You see where I'm pinging?
I do.
And then there's another door. And Habe says, right, follow me. Let's just go upstairs and you can see our first level. Do you follow him?
I'm interested in seeing the pharmacy. Can you take me there, please?
I want to see the man you found.
You guys notice that this room, there's also another door here. Do you ask about it?
Sure.
What's
What's
another
that
room?
door there?
And this one here.
Yeah. Well, these are just quarters. Yes, let me show you around. This is just, let me do a polygon reveal for you.
Excellent.
These are just storage rooms over here.
Larder.
To see. Larder and such. Yeah, storage and workers' entrance, nothing important. So, shall we go upstairs?
What about that other door to the south?
Oh, that's nothing. It's just an old service door. We keep it locked now. It leads down to the cellar and, well, we've just walled it all up. It's nothing. Right!
Sounds like something to me.
No. You don't need to worry about that.
Let's continue your tour.
Yes,
Perhaps.
thank you. Of course. So he brings you to the second floor, and we'll do a full P reveal of this.
Juicy.
No.
Ooh.
Full P reveal.
Free P.
If you guys turn on your cameras in Discord, I'm also going to do a full P reveal.
Turn on your camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. You've not polygon revealed.
So he comes up, and is everyone else following?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can kind of Scooby stack. We'll put him in the room, and you guys all maybe put yourselves just kind of like around him. Okay, so this is where we keep some of our patients. Currently, we have a few guests that they prefer to spend their time in the cells. Isn't that right? And then he says, and I'll ping, he says, you gotta read this. This cell up here in the northwest is, that's where we've got a gentleman by the name of Blind Sedge. And he's an old farmer who has no family, and he lost his sight to a goblin attack.
Dirty
Goblins
goblins.
in the word.
Indeed. And then down here we have Waldo. He's very old, pushing 100. And he's, gone a bit thick in the head. And I'm trying to see if we can help our seniors who are losing their mind recover it before they meet the great beyond. And then just as he's saying that, both of them start screaming. And one of them in the north says, "Hey, who's out there? You got taters for me?" And then Wald down here says, "Yeah, we could use some taters. Hey, old Abe, you got taters for us today?"
What's taters?
Tate.
Potatoes.
They're quite crazy. Well, you know, senile and all that. So nothing really too interesting about those two. Would you like to continue the tour and go see old Grayest? I think he's the one you're coming to look for.
That's motive. Do they seem legitimately ill?
Give me a roll.
That's pretty good. 17 plus 5, 20, 22.
You can't tell. You would have to examine them.
Okay.
You want to request that?
Any one of you guys able to maybe do a heal check or?
I mean,
Well, they're behind a closed door, and there's just like a 4-inch by 4-inch window, like in an insane asylum.
I'll peek in and see if I can tell anything.
Which one?
I'll start with Wald.
Walled. All right, so you go up, you're looking, and you see this old coot, and he's in his birthday suit, except for an old, like a ragged loincloth.
Okay.
And he's got like wispy white hair, and he's thin as a rail, and he kind of looks up and smiles at you, and he's missing all his teeth but a couple. And he says, you got some taters for me, young man?
Not yet, I'm afraid. But I will pass your potato request down the line.
Taters is good. Eating.
Does he look ill, or does he look like he's
He looks like a really crazy old man.
not been tortured? No signs
You
of.
don't see any obvious markings on him.
Okay.
Is he like emaciated?
Yes. He is skinny.
Somebody get this man a tater.
Yeah. Get this guy.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not dinner time yet, but he will get his tater.
Just due diligence. I'll take a peek at Blind Sedge too.
So Blind Sedge looks like he's in the corner of his room, and he looks like he's got a piece of chalk and he's drawing things on the wall, and as you look at it, it just looks like total gibberish. And he says, "Hello, Mammy. Have you come to play with me, Mammy?"
I'm working on your taters.
Oh, good. I like me taters. So they just look like a couple of old coots who are crazy.
Okay.
And then Aaron says, at that point, Dr. Habe says, "Yes, I'm trying to work with them to see the effects of senility on the mind. It's very tedious work, as you might imagine."
Admirable.
Great.
Oh,
I'm glad you see it that way. Not everybody does. And then you go up. We got a third floor, so he bids you come upstairs. And you come up these. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
And you so you guys can move yourselves to the third floor. And you see the stairs come up, and this is where things get a little bit more interesting. So you come up the stairs and you end up in A10, which is the examination room. That's where I'm pinging, okay?
Okay.
And the biggest feature here is a large operating table, which Habe says, "Yes, this is where I perform many of my surgeries and examinations of our patients." And then there's a cabinet along the north wall that has all kinds, it's well stocked, but it has all kinds of surgical tools. Does anybody want to do a heal check to try to ascertain more about them?
I'll do it.
sure.
Let me know what you get.
Let's see what's my heal.
Sec.
26.
Oh, okay, 26.
Juicy.
Real juicy. With a 26, you're kind of looking DTD, and you're noting that it's definitely well supplied, but a lot of these tools seem to you unnecessarily invasive for what would normally be in a sanatorium. They're like surgical operating tools. And he says, yes, we sometimes need to perform minor surgeries, and that's why I have those, as he senses what you're thinking. Anyone else want to check out the room?
Yeah.
Sure. I will.
So,
Who the fuck is Pigeon Turtle?
give me a perception check, everybody.
Okay. 20.
Okay.
What did you do?
So those of you got over a 20, you notice in the southeastern end of the room, which I will ping, it looks like there's a secret door right here.
Ooh.
I just 19.
You see where I'm pinging?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you may not want to point that out, but I'll leave it up to you guys.
Well, is Haber up here?
Yeah, he's with you.
He's taking us on the tour.
Hey, Mar, show me some more. Do you have any patients up here? Let's show me what's
Yes.
going on.
The one you seek is up here.
Oh, well, let's go speak with him.
Yes, come this way, and he leads you through here, and then he leads you, and this is the door where I'm pinging, where he leads you, and he says, I must warn you, Grace is completely mad, and
What?
he's, in fact, I think it would be better if let's all keep you all in the main operating theater, and I'll bring him into you. How does that sound?
We're both in the hallway.
Well, that's
You
not
just
very
do it right
comfortable,
here.
is it? So he bids you all go back into the A10, or you don't have A10. Go into the main room. And he fetches, so you all go back, and he fetches him and brings him in. I don't know, bring Habe up here. And let's just say you're here, DTD, and Grace is here. We'll do it this way. Okay, so he brings this guy in, and let me describe what you see. First of all, he's in a straitjacket. And you see, just make sure I get this right. You see a gentleman, his skin is pale and it looks gangrenous, his hair wild and eyes milky white. Anyone seen him who makes a DC, oops, that's not for you to read, make a heal check.
Everybody?
Yeah, anyone who has it.
20.
22.
Missed it. Looks fine to me.
12.
So anyone with over a 20 realizes that he's not only ill, he looks close to death, and you realize he's in the advanced stages of ghoul fever.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in a straitjacket, he looks unresponsive, he's kind of drooling, and he's just mumbling. Razors, too many teeth. The skin's out, man, it's coming! And he's just gibbering. And then all of a sudden he looks around the room, and DTD, he looks straight, he kind of lolls his head around and he sees you. And his eyes bulge. And he like jumps to attention and he says, he said you would visit me. His lordship, the one that unmade me, said so. He has a place for you, a precious place. I'm so jealous. He has a message for you. He made me remember it. I hope I haven't forgotten. The master wouldn't prove if I forgot. Let me see. He said that, yes, he said if you come to his misgivings, that if you joined his pack, DTD, he would end his harvest in your honor. And then he collapses, and he just starts moaning.
That wasn't cool, man.
What pack are you talking about?
And then all of a sudden, his moans rise to a shriek. And he lurches to his feet cat-like. And he snaps his arms and they tear free of the straitjacket. And he lunges at you, DTD. Roll for initiative.
No.
All of us or just him?
Just DTD.
Rolled shitty. Let's see here. That's a 15.
Okay, so he gets there before you, and he wraps his hands around you, and he starts strangling you. And he's got iron, like the strength of a madman. What does anyone else do?
I'll go try to restrain him. He's gonna have to jump over the table and get it though.
All right, give me
cool
give me a dexterity check. See if you can do that, or an acrobatics. Do you have acrobatics?
Yeah.
Do that.
Oops. The table.
DTD, he's choking the life out of you. It's an iron grip.
Yeah, and I don't have much strength.
You're just like.
Okay, that's an 8.
Yes, you, Clerk, you're in the corner and you see this and you like panic and you're like, I got you, DTD, and you try to jump on this table and you just slip off and hit your head on the wall. Meanwhile, Grace is strangling DTD.
Well, that flippin', what is that guy's name?
And Habe
Right
says,
away.
Back, you madman! And he tries to like come up here, and Grace just like kicks him from behind, and he crumples to the ground. Anyone else do anything?
Well, after I fall, I tried to get back up and do the same thing if that doesn't work.
Is DTD still getting choked?
Yeah, he's getting choked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a blinding ray at him. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
Go for it.
Let me see. I've never done it. Let me see. It's pretty easy. It's not super high level. Blinding ray. Get a bunch of them. As a standard action, you can fire a shimmering ray at a 4 within 30 feet. A ranged attack. The ray causes the creature to be blinded for 1 round. Creatures with more than 4 hit dice are dazzled for 1 round. The ability can be used 8 times per day.
Okay, so you cast your blinding ray, and he just sort of like, and DTD at that, he like somehow finds more strength and is choking you out more.
Can I?
So he's not dazzled, he's not blinded either?
He might be, you're not sure, but he's insane and he's trying to kill this person. He's got his hands around his neck. Being blind or dazzled ain't gonna matter.
Is he grappled?
Yes. He's being choked out.
So can I try to slip the grapple?
Yeah, you can,
Can I assist? Get behind the guy and try and pull his arms back? Or?
sure. Make a, how you gonna, what's your proposal?
I'll try and leap that table and get behind him and just try, because he seems to be focused on choking DTD. If I can just get behind like his shoulders and tug backwards on his arms, he should be kind of, maybe kick a knee into his knee. Give
me a grapple check. You want to try to grapple him, or are you just going to try to do like a combat maneuver? What would that even be?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's probably
if I could do an acrobatics check of some sort, maybe as opposed to a CMB. I mean, I could try a dirty trick or.
Yeah, why don't you try a dirty trick? That actually would make sense.
So let me do that. A cock die here. So 19 plus 7 is 26.
Okay, so what exactly do you do?
Let's say I throw a one arm kind of around his eyes, one punch into his kidney area, and a knee into his into the back of his leg, just to kind of try and get him off balance and disrupt his focus there.
And whatever he's doing should be affected by being either blinded or dazzled. I feel like
Nice.
Vigor should have an advantage.
No, so he rolled a really high CMD and he shook it out. Like he has just got an iron
Focus.
grip on him.
All right.
Jill Bar?
Sorry, I may have fallen asleep for a second.
Oh, his
This
camera's
guy's
not on.
attacking DTD.
Yeah, this guy's choking DTD out. He's got his hands around him and is choking him to death.
We failed to get him free.
I will just try and move up between these tables, and I guess I will just try and jump on him and pin him.
Okay, so we've been using, do you want to use a dirty trick or a grapple?
It would be a grapple. It's not great, but I'll try and do what I can.
Okay, so roll your grapple and what do I roll my CMD against it?
Well, it's just his CMD against grapple. I have a +8 on mine on my CMB. So it's whatever his CMD is. So let me
Okay,
roll it.
then Squeaks, you actually survived, or you were successful. I did that
Oh,
wrong.
good.
Yeah, so I rolled a 26.
Okay, so you two managed to like pull him off of DTD.
Excellent.
DTD, you're choking, like you were just throttled. And he's like fighting like a madman. It seems like all he wants to do is kill DTD. You two have him for now sedated, or like you're holding him back,
Okay. Yeah.
and
I'll try to hog time real quick and just tell
yeah, go for it.
Hipsuken, hey,
And
watch out for the ghoul fever.
Bedhead, you think you blinded him? He just is like crazy. All right, go ahead, Tilt or Rito.
What do you want me to roll?
You know what? I'm gonna say that you are able to hog tie him with Jill Bar's help. So you
Okay.
got him tied up, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
Perfect. Guys, I hate to do this, but I'm falling asleep. I gotta roll.
Good night, John.
"Night, John."
Night.
Good night.
Good
Good
backstory.
work. Have fun in Colorado, guys. Later.
Later.
Peace out.
So he's basically just completely frothing at the mouth, and Habe's like, this is why I didn't like you interfering with my work. He's not ready to see people. He's mad. Now bring him back to his cell. And he bids you to bring him back to the cell back here.
Okay.
I'll help.
So you guys
Yeah,
will
we-
say
yeah.
can all manage to get him back in his cell. He's still kicking and screaming. And then they slam the door shut. And these are like steel reinforced doors, so he's not getting out. And he starts launching himself against the door, and he says, "To you, DTD. DTD."
That's Jill Bar. Is that a cat?
What's
It's a cat.
happening right now?
Jill Bar forgot to turn off his stuff.
What?
Jill Bar's still connected. I think he's.
Can we stop it?
Mute him.
No.
You can mute him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, he's screaming, and DTD, all you hear is him saying, "The master will come for you, Terrius Davis. He will come for you."
His lordship.
And you guys hear that, and then,
I don't recognize this guy or know anything about what he's talking about.
no, but this is the same. Remember that note, that bloody note was addressed to you by his lordship. So whoever this is, he's got something for you only.
Right.
And then you guys, what do you do now?
Well,
Where's that secret door? Is it this one or is it?
Yes. And
Okay.
it's interesting because you're putting two and two together, and you get the sense that for whatever reason it's a secret door to this hallway. You're not quite sure why he has it.
That is weird. Does it?
And then Hayes says, I think you've done more than enough to disturb my patients for one day.
Wait, there's one more
Please
here.
leave.
Pidgeot. We gotta talk to Pidgeot.
Have we seen all your patients?
Pidgeots, you don't need to talk to Pidgeot. And then,
Well, what does
so
Pidgeot look like?
Turd Ferguson.
let me just check something. Oh yeah, so you guys, you mentioned that there's one more patient, and he says you don't need to see him.
Very
Just all
quite
your
clear.
patients.
Everyone.
Pidgeot is off limits.
This sheet of paper says there's nothing off limits. Read it.
We have the right to conduct this investigation.
Very well. And he bids you come here. He says, Pidgeot is, well, he's not, he's different. And you guys look in the door, and he says, I will not open this cell for our own safety. And you look into there, and you see, who's looking in?
I'm looking in.
Glurk, you look in and you see, like, you don't see anything, because it's like, but there's a bed in the corner, and you kind of keep staring at it because you sense there's something there, and you just see a tail, a long tail wagging.
Oh. Is Pidgeot human?
Pidgeot, human. Not anymore.
What, werewolf?
Yes, Pidgeot is suffering a very unique condition. He's become a half rat, half man. You might know him as a were-rat. I'm doing research on him to try to reverse this condition, but he's unpredictable. And he's been suffering from this for so long that he's not quite human anymore. He's losing his grip. It's a terrible thing.
I've killed a few.
So,
Let's talk to him.
as you say that, Pidgeot kind of leaps up and hurls himself at the door.
I'm gonna step away if I can.
And you see this. I will open him up. And he just starts hissing and snarling at you. He looks like that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hello, Pidgeot.
Yeah. And he's like banging on the door, but these are steel reinforced doors and he's not strong enough to break through them. Yes, I think you've disturbed him enough. Old Pidgeot is not himself anymore, as you can see. Not himself at all.
Does he happen all the time, or does it come and go?
It's came and went for a while, but over time he's assumed this form. He's losing his grip on his humanity. I'm working with him, but it's a losing battle. It seems like he gets worse every day as he forgets that he was once human. But that is all my patience, and my patience for your being in my patient with my patience has grown thin. So I think we're done here.
Can I try to make a sense
What about
motive?
Yeah, go for it.
They're not is this the third floor we're on, or no?
Yeah.
Are we on? Okay.
Not good.
We haven't seen what's below though.
13.
13 sense motive. You're not sure. You're not sure.
Who's got a sense? Good
Anyone else want to do a sense motive?
Let's see.
Sure.
Sure.
Rolling rocks here. 21.
You think he's holding something back, and he's nervous, and he wants you to get the hell out of here, but you're not sure why.
Okay.
I also have a 21. So
Right, well, why don't we all just, let's go back down, and I will usher you out. Thank you for coming to Heroes Sanatorium, but I'm quite busy, and you've seen everything, and it's time to go.
You see everything?
And he starts going down. You guys gonna follow him?
Well, we gotta check out the secret door first.
I'm gonna try this secret door. Yeah.
I'll follow them while they try.
All right, so yeah, you come down.
I'll guard the door.
Chauncey, Bad Ed.
Chauncey and
The
I
secret door, you are able to open it.
Knowing that, and then we get asking.
You open it, Aridin, and it just goes to
Narcotic?
that room. It's just like a secret door. You don't know why.
I'll just step in there real quick and just take a quick look around.
Yeah, it's just like a hallway that goes into this room. It's like
Does
a
it
secret.
look like maybe an observation room or something where you can watch?
No, no, it's not like that. It's like a secret door just to get, for whatever reason, to get to this hallway without going through the stairs. You're not sure why.
Oh, okay.
So you guys he kind of brings you all down, and you're back on the main level. And
We still need to see the cellar.
then he's sort of like, rightio, he's like, right, I've given you all the time I have. So please, if you would, escort yourselves out. I will help you come out. Come this way.
We can escort ourselves, I'm sure.
No, I'll make sure. In fact, I'll do one better. Gorbash?
Excuse me, what?
Gurnak,
what is
Gorbas, why don't you escort our guests to the door?
What's this door over here, my friend? I'm just curious. There's a door right there.
That door's nothing. It just leads to an abandoned cellar, and we keep it closed. Right, let us go.
Could we see the cellar just to make sure it's safe?
No, you may not. I've had quite enough of you here. I must insist that you go now. You are wasting my precious time.
Doesn't this warrant say that we can check out the whole building?
This is not a warrant, it is a letter of introduction. Now please leave.
Well, why don't we introduce you to Greg's?
I must insist that you leave now.
And oh my gosh, I can-
And these two start coming up. This guy grabs you, and this guy grabs you, Finn, roughly, and they start dragging you out.
They grabbed Glurk?
Yep.
Okay, Glurk's gonna resist that.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Bellhawk ain't resisting.
9.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no. No, that's a 3.
Are we all rolling or just
Yeah,
one?
everyone roll for initiative.
All right. 25 for Bedhead, and not so good. And 25 for Bedhead, and 7 for Chauncey.
Okay, Bennett, you're first. What do you do? You see these two tieflings grabbing them. Tiefling thugs.
Just gonna fire. I'm gonna fire off a blinding ray. Let's see if that's
At which one?
actually the one right. The one actually on the one on Sparrowhawk. It's right in front of me.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I gotta see if
Do I get a saving throw?
I'm gonna assume it since it's a ray. I'm gonna assume it's a ranged touch attack. Probably makes the most sense. I can double check that, but let's assume that's the deal. And we'll find out. So 9 ranged touch attack. So that would be their touch AC. That will be 13 for their touch AC.
Oh, you hit it on the nuts. And what do I get a saving throw?
I don't think so. I'll find out more, but I think because it's a ray, that's why I think that's the hit. He doesn't get a save. I'll double check this for you, but nope, it says it's a ranged touch. So since I had to roll to hit, it's not a saving throw. It
So he
just
just
hits.
goes blind?
If he has more than 2 hit dice,
He does.
he is dazzled. He's dazzled for 1 round.
I rolled.
I can
I
find
got a 26 initiative, so I should.
Oh no, he's not. They don't have more than 2 hit dice, so he's just blinded. All right, so he's blinded. So guy on you is blinded. What was that, DT?
I had a 26 initiative, so I should.
Oh, you go now. You should have gone first. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my crossbow, put an arrow in. I'm gonna knock it, and then I'm gonna take a 5-foot step towards the good doctor here, and I pointed at him as a free action, say, "Call your goons off."
Nice. Go about. Gernak. Withdraw. I said withdraw now. And they both pull back.
Right.
How dare you? This is illegal.
Check the basement.
You drew first blood.
You cannot go in that basement. I will not allow it. And he starts going
You
to
said it
block
was
it.
a simple basement with
He
nothing
starts
down
running
there.
to block it. What do you do?
Can I
I'll
take the
res-
crossbow and instead of aiming at him, just aim next to him, like cross his bow into the wall? Like,
Sure.
I'll do that. I'll try and fire it into it.
Yeah, so you're able to, and it like hits the wall, but he stops for a second, and then he tries to get past Clerk.
Well, Greg's gonna grab him.
All right, do a grapple.
Okay. God, crap. That's a total of a 13.
I gotta see this guy's a total pussy. It might still work. Nope. He shakes it off, and he keeps running to the door.
Let's follow him.
He's not opening it. He's just
All right,
putting his body across it.
I'm gonna and try to intimidate him.
Go for it.
Okay.
What do you say?
All right. I'm gonna say open up.
Okay, roll.
Show me your wiener.
I got a rolled natural 20.
No way.
I did. You can look.
On it.
Yeah. Okay. So what is that total?
With my intimidate, that's a 31.
And he kind of cowers below. He says, "I can't open up. I don't have the key, you moron."
Move out of the way.
On the damn way, weeks.
And he kind of cowers because of that natural 20. I'll say he just cowers down and moves out of the way.
Eridan, open this door. We need to check it out.
Oh, I thought you were going to be a badass and break it open.
I know he can open doors. If it doesn't work, that's what I'm doing next.
This room. I just got to double check. All right. So what are you gonna try to pick the lock?
We could. Do you want me to
Just
do
kick
that?
the door.
I'll click the door in if we don't have another option.
You gonna try to smash it in?
Yep.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
This is not one of the steel reinforced doors, which is kind of surprising.
So what, I just get my ability modifier.
Actually, I take that back. It is one of the steel reinforced doors. You are not kicking this down. You're gonna have to pick it.
Okay, it was
I'll try and pick it.
It was
Yeah, go for it.
16, so.
$21.
Yeah, with the 21, you're able to pick it.
Sweet.
Click, click, it opens, and it goes down, and there's a dark cellar that it goes down to. And I think, given we're missing 2 of our party members, we're gonna leave it there.
Ooh, trouble.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Roll for initiative.
And you also have a couple weeks to think about what you're going to do with Habe and these two chucks, because you might not want them on your 6.
No, we're gonna have to do something with them.
Yeah.
I will kill him.
Put him in with ghoul fever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Throw 'em in.
not a ton of